Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Once again. Oh my goodness. Everybody's tripping out over this album. Joe Budden had to have sorry about that. Ooh. Heartburn. Joe Budden had to have a sit-down debate because all of these Drake fans start flooding the Kendrick Lamar space to try to say this album ain't it. It's got all these people up in their arms and their feelings. And my thing is, if you don't have everything that you want from this album, you need to ask yourself why. And if you're a Drake fan, why are you so concerned with Kendrick Lamar's album? Shouldn't you be concerned about Drake's album? Wow. People, man. But listen to this. Listen to how delusional they sound.
I think this is what I think. And I'm not talking about this too much until the pod, because when him or Drake start doing this, I make a lot of money. Oh my Lord. Oh, I love these niggas, boy. What I will say is this. I think that this not being the album took a lot of the steam from you and Danny and that OVO side over there that was just waiting to rush and call some shit mid 20 minutes after it dropped. So now what do you say? That this ain't it. This ain't even it. Job not finished. Job not done. Hold your critiques. Hold all that shit y'all wrote in the drafts. You got to hold it. This is an incredible... For it to not be his album, come on, stop playing with that shit.
Like, yo, say something.
What is God doing to my body? Go ahead, Rick.
During the beef, when Drake was leaking certain tracks or he was getting accused of leaking certain tracks to test it out, what did y'all say? Y'all said he was being pussy. If what you're saying is true, multiple, you might not have said it, Joe. Multiple people did say it. And if that's true, then if your theory is correct and he just slid this out to test the waters, he's doing the same shit. He actually does a lot of the same that Drake does, but this is a prime example of that, right?
Grandpa Rick, incorrect. His mixtape or whatever project this is going to sell, and we're not talking about sales, but he's not testing anything out. He's Kendrick Lamar.
Why do you slide out this mid-pack if it's not the album? We're waiting
it's not a mid-pack.
It's a mid-pack, girl.
Rick.
Hold on, Rick. Some of these songs are not, and this is what I'm talking about. Just because y'all writing shit out the album don't make it better.
Right, it's actually good. Like, nobody writing shit is good. It's really
it's decent. None of these songs, to be clear, none of these songs are standout. It's 12 tracks.
Oh my God. Rick. All right, I am muting the stage to gather myself. And Rick is going to trick me into talking about it. I ain't saying nothing. Actually, y'all fight. I ain't, trick me.
Nah, get you, Rick. Come on.
I brought Danny up here to support her.
I'm trying to get it off. People keep interrupting me.
Honey, please let Rick land with her.
I'm gonna let her go.
Honey always interrupt everyone.
He slid out this mid-pack because he waited 7 months to drop anything. Okay, he's nervous. He's concerned, and he's actually reacted to the internet because he recently got Apple Artist of the Year, and everybody immediately said, well, fuck, did he get that? He didn't even drop an album this year. So how are you Artist of the Year? You haven't dropped an album. So reactionary style, he drops this mid, and he's sliding it out to try to test the water, see what's out there. And of course, everybody gonna ride it to death. ride it into the sunset, which is fine. That's your choice. That's your guy. Whatever. But I'm not gonna pretend with y'all like this is just the best. I like Luther like everybody else. I like the Hurt Part 6 like everybody else. Y'all gonna have to explain to me how Hey Now Say Now is a great hook.
So this is my question to you.
Turn his TV off is a great hook.
This is my question to you, Rick. And then I'm muting up and letting y'all have it out yourselves. You did not like whacked out murals.
It's okay. I don't know how much replay value it has, but it's a decent intro. I like the rapping on there. Again, okay, so he's on there. I don't hate that one. The ones I hate, I've already said I hated them on my timeline.
They said this album better than Damn,
which is insanity.
No. Stop. Don't be stupid.
Oh, that's to the person who said that.
Craig just said that on the stage. Craig just said that on the stage.
That. Now, Rick, I got a question for you. You're going to sit there and say that Kendrick was pussy putting this album out. But the thing, listen. You're going to sit there and not acknowledge the fact he put out a teaser video 30 minutes or an hour beforehand, letting people know there's something coming. Drake, what did he do? He went into some unknown account and released all those gigs of music just to test the waters, just to see if he's still being felt out there. Who's pussy?
Drake.
I personally don't think either is pussy. I think that's just decent marketing. I'm simply holding y'all to the same
what
standard.
Marketing?
When Drake do it, y'all say it's pussy, it's trash. What the fuck? He's so insecure. He can't just release his music. When Kendrick Lamar does it, oh my God, he's a genius. I can't believe he had this genius mind to release this amazing.
I'm gonna say this to Rick, and then I'll let Danny go, who had his hand up. Rick, I feel like you are a spacious superstar. You know I love you. I feel like you are much brighter than your OVO fandom is making you come off right now. What I'll say to you is this: you think Drake putting out 100 gigs of just shit is the same as Kendrick putting out a body of work before the album?
No.
You think that's the same? Or is that a false parallel?
Why step on your own product? If this is not the album, then him sliding out this mid-pack does what for the album? Does it increase the people anticipating, or does it reduce it? Does it increase you're stepping on your own product?
It increases.
How the fuck is it a mid-pack and it's getting turned the fuck up, girl? You sound crazy. I could say
it just got released all 2 days ago. Of course people gonna turn it up. That don't mean that it's quiet. And this is the thing. We've been having this conversation. As Drake fans, this has been our position.
But Drake fans,
y'all hype whatever he does.
Okay, Rick.
Y'all still gonna say this is the best thing you ever heard in your life. And he's the new Drake.
Okay, Drake. Rick. Talk as a music fan, not a Drake connoisseur.
Thank you.
I have to talk as a music fan. Y'all are the ones who are being biased.
Yeah, that's a great point that Honey brings up. And then Danny did have his hand up, so I want to let him speak. But yeah, I feel like the OVO side is way too invested in whatever the Kendrick side got going. Like y'all took such a bad L that y'all just waiting by the door for anything y'all could say something about. It's over, girl. I don't even know why we talking about Drake with Kendrick. Why is that a thing?
Oh, it's over.
Danny, please.
I just think Kendrick's running a master class. McDonald's is tweeting out honey or mustard, and it's just wild. This is all the play.
Because it's popping.
Why am I?
Honey, please let him talk. I don't want to remove you. We're adults. Let everyone land, please. Danny.
This ain't a J1 stage. Settle down now. All right. So what I'm
that's crazy. Hold on.
What I'm saying is this is a master class. It's rolled out. And you keep saying, why are we bringing up Drake? It's like Kendrick intertwined his career with that, man. And you say Kendrick and Drake make you a lot of money. It's Drake that makes you a lot of money, Joe. Stop it. Don't say shit like that. You ain't paywall the Kendrick episodes.
Wait. No. You gotta wait till Wednesday.
You're not paywalling that. People gonna look at you crazy. Paywall and see what that gets you.
Danny, don't tempt me, please. I've already been having these talks.
I got the money, so paywall it. Paywall it. It don't hurt you. Nobody cares about Kendrick unless it's tied to Drake. Sorry.
I don't like Danny and Rick at the same time
because we too much.
I don't. Because y'all are not.
Honesty on the stage.
Y'all are not
Yeah.
reasonable people. Y'all are not reasonable humans when it comes to Drake and Kendrick. Y'all just not.
No, this dude just said it's better than Damn, and you ain't say shit to him.
I didn't hear him say that. But go ahead. Well, I'll let Craig go ahead. Get your 1v2 on.
First off,
and then I'm gonna
man,
bring some more people up.
I said lyrically. I said it is better. Only because he's not doing that alien sing-song shit. That's the only thing I said makes it a little bit more better. So
It
please
is
don't sit there and misquote.
After 18 hours, you said that shit is better. Whatever it is, you can't even process it in that amount of time.
Yes, I can. I listened to the entire album and I did not identify any sing-song alien voice. So what are you talking about?
You don't know how it's going to age. Damn is considered one of Kendrick's transcendent albums, and you said that. You have to look in the mirror, not me.
Dog, I'm only talking about one specific thing that he does that is annoying, that it was not found on that album. Can you agree? He did not do that.
That Tupac shit was weird.
Answer my question. Can you?
Weird.
All right. Y'all are fucking trying. I gotta end the room soon. I'm not even disciplined enough to do this. Danny, the Tupac reincarnated is weird. Reincarnated is weird, but homie doing the AI, AI pop voice is not.
Like Eminem's Tupac song. Like I don't know why y'all hyping that up.
Wow.
Nigga, your face
I'm
did
done.
AI Tupac. What the fuck?
As a troll, he don't have a weird.
Why are you mentioning Drake? Why you? This
But
not
that's
about
been
Drake.
y'all thing this whole time.
No,
and
this
that's
is
why
not
I
about
made
Drake.
the point that I did. I said y'all can't just listen to music and be just like music.
But I said nothing about.
Nobody who's consuming this album just for like the sake of loving music is comparing it to Drake. But y'all started the Drake. Oh, fuck it, it's a mid pack and all this other shit.
Talk about it.
Said that shit. Y'all started the whole Drake comparison. Drake ain't dropped in when? Since when? When was the last time Drake dropped since the beef?
Oh, he ran him off. Yeah,
talk about it.
He ran him out of town. But don't worry, y'all got that party album coming.
No Face, Healing, all great.
Y'all got that Party Next Door shit coming soon. The collab shit. Y'all gonna have y'all chance to shine.
You got that. You got Doechii Part 2 coming. You ain't getting Kendrick, Joe. Settle down.
Doechii Part 2. What the fuck are you
Danny,
talking
I can't
about?
even. Danny, I can't talk to nobody that don't even respect Reincarnate. I don't understand that.
It's not a great record, and it doesn't have replay value. But
what
I'm not even a Tupac fan, and I disagree with you. Oh, shit.
Because people are.
Okay, so we'll try this new method where. So I'm going to bring some more people up here. If you have something to say now, raise the fucking hand. That's what we'll do because this is anarchy. Holy shit. They are trying me with this reincarnated shit. All right. I see Honey's hand raised. Unfortunately, I knew she would be the first. I'm bringing people up to try to support Honey because Danny and Rick is trying to be, I don't like them two together.
You're better than anybody.
I don't. I'm adding people.
Oh, can I go?
Go ahead. Honey, then Craig, then Danny, then Rick, then next.
Oh, look at you learning how to coordinate a space. But literally, y'all are actually just not really having a conducive like outlook on music in general. I think that's the sick part. It's like y'all aren't like actually trying to consume it and then trying to be like, okay, it's mid. Y'all are just assuming it's mid or saying it's mid because y'all just don't like Kendrick. But why don't y'all like Kendrick? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, this is the man who made Good Kid, Mad City. This is the man who made All of the Stars. This is the man who did Damn. Like, this is a fucking legend in rap. It's like one of our legends. And despite what y'all might think about him or what the fuck ever this beef is, that has nothing to do with y'all. And y'all are condemning this album and saying that it's not a good album. That doesn't make any fucking sense because it's a great fucking project. Probably one of the best rap projects that came out this year thus far. And that's less than 24 hours. And everyone is saying that. But Drake fans, what does that say about y'all? Like,
Yeah, I thought Rick, you more of a Kendrick fan. I mean, it seems like you would be more of a Kendrick fan than Drake fan.
Oh God.
Let's let Craig go. Then we'll get to Danny, then Rick, then Sheena, then Lucky, and we'll try to have some organization here.
All right, peace. Yeah, I'm with Honey with this. It seems as though with Dan and Rick, y'all want to automatically put it next with Drake when that man wasn't even mentioned on the album. I mean, he was only alluding to Wang, even mentioned the name and all like that. But it's only the Drake fans that are saying, hey, this is...
No, he said something about Drake on the album.
He did.
Well, yeah. Okay.
But he took direct headshots with everybody. It wasn't no shade. It was direct.
Okay. All right. Stand corrected. But nonetheless, the album wasn't dedicated or it wasn't leaning towards him. The entire album, he still was able to sit there and make good body of work. And yeah, like what Honey was saying, was y'all actually just trying to listen to it, or do y'all just listen to it with the stink face? Like, I hate this nigga. I don't even want to listen to it. Like if you don't like him, why are you even listening to him? That's my question for the both of y'all.
Forcing it, his team is having people clip it up and say, this man is not human. This is a rollout, man. Why is McDonald's tweeting out mustard? This shit is nasty,
because
bro.
do you work in Danny? Do you even work in marketing? Like, if you ever, I do, and I'm a social media manager. And guess what?
You jump on the train.
Literally.
No, it's not. It's not that.
You jump on the train when it's hot.
Please let Honey land, please.
Okay, let
so
Danny
we can
land.
get to Lucky and
I'm gonna let Danny know everything. My bad.
No, I said let you land.
Oh, I thought it was him. But I was saying, like, as a social media manager, we do social listening. So every single day, me and my team, like, we look at what people are talking about, what's popping, what's going on. And I even made a tweet about this. Like, if you work in social or social marketing or PR, whatever the fuck, like, like, that's what we push out. Like, and that's what niggas are talking about. But it ain't no motherfuckers that's no corporate giants or no niggas that's 70 that's been like owning the corporation. It's us. It's niggas that's 26, 25, 27, whatever the case is. We are the motherfuckers behind them tweets. It ain't no intern. Like, y'all be thinking that shit, but it's us. Like, we are the ones on the McDonald's account. Sweet Mustard, one of the head of directors for McDonald's that tweeted that out, that nigga's like 35. I know him. I've done some shit with him and projects with him before.
I'm buying it, man.
It's a white nigga, but they don't get paid for no shit. That ain't no money push. Niggas just do that because they fuck with K-Dot. What do you mean?
It's McDonald's. I've seen it, man. I've seen this. I've been around long enough to see when somebody tweets,
all right,
yo, this pod is crazy. It's amazing. I can't believe he did that. Yo, this song is crazy.
But that would have a paid partnership label behind it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. On Twitter, it's not the same.
Bro, it would. It would be an ad. It ain't no fucking ad.
Can you let Honey land her plane so you can go so I can go?
All right, but the plane ain't worth landing.
I mean, the plane is land, but
okay, it's like, great. Yeah. Danny, do you want to go?
Nah, you got it, Rick.
And then I'd like to hear from Lucky and Sheena and some other people. Y'all got these requests on fire now. See, we was having a cool time. All right, go ahead.
So I want to clear up a few things that happened. So for one, I want to say that I am an objective listener. When I say it's mid, because people have changed the definition of mid from being average or in the middle to being bad. When I say it's mid, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's mid. I mean, it's not that great. It's better than Mr. Morale, but it's damn sure not better than damn. That was a crazy thing for him to say. That's for one.
No, it ain't.
For two, I brought up Drake because a lot of times y'all let Kendrick Lamar get away with shit that y'all hate Drake for. That's why I brought him up. Prime example is this commercialization shit. How are you in bed with these corporations? Y'all mad at Drake because he's commercializing hip hop and all the SKUs and all of that. But Kendrick Lamar could have entire corporations tweeting out his lyrics and nobody asks any questions. Nobody has any critiques. It's just because he's just so popular. No, he's clearly in bed with these people. He's working with them. That's obvious as day.
And to compound that, 100 gigs is not going to be clipped up in the same way because it's not the same corporate type of thing. Like, I don't get it, man.
And you have people all the time, corporations and other influencers tweeting out, imagine what this would have done if he would have made it at, Danny, I think you retweeted that. Yeah, where they were talking about, imagine what these numbers, his projected numbers would have been over, saw had he dropped at midnight. The game is rigged. It's rigged, and it's worse because when one person does something, it's terrible. It's the worst thing you ever seen. He's just a pussy and a bitch and everything else in the world. This nigga does it, and he's just a genius, and he's just outmaneuvering everybody in the century, and y'all can't believe it. Again, I didn't say this project was bad. It's some songs that I will replay. I love Luther. I'm not gonna lie. It's most OVO fans, if I was really fanning out the way y'all said, they didn't even click it. They wouldn't even give it a spin. I listened.
Nah, yes, you did. Y'all spent it.
It's all right. I mean,
I listened to it. I gave it a fair and objective. It has moments, but for the most part, most of those songs fall flat. It is what the fuck it is.
Okay,
and writing it is not going to improve upon it.
Oh man, don't yell at me. Let's hear from yeah. Let's hear from Lucky. Nah, Dan. Yeah, them two right. Lucky, what's up, man?
Squabble it.
What's good, Joe? What's going on, Honeybee? Rick, how y'all doing, everybody? That album, for me, I came up because of the reincarnated slander, but I will speak to the topic at hand about the corporatism. I think, considering he got the Super Bowl stimulus package, you have to understand where you align yourself with certain partnerships. Those come with these sort of opportunities where it's a green light for you to get those corporate sign-offs or those corporate cosigns, because they already have a relationship with the NFL. So I think that these are some of the benefits of being a part of the Super Bowl, right? And I think that is something that a lot of artists should consider going forward, because this is like the ideal path to getting there. But outside of that, I don't think it's none of that goofy shit where it's like somebody getting paid this way or that way.
You just said that though.
Who?
You just said that there's a
No, I didn't. I said that there's partnerships. There's a partnerships don't come with a financial advantage. It comes with relationships, and that's essentially what Honeybee even alluded to, is the fact that you got people that are tapped in and looking for moments to take advantage of that relationship.
But you're not really responding to my critique, Lucky. I'm not saying that what you're saying is not true. I'm saying, why does he not get the criticism for that Drake would get?
Because it's the corporations reacting to him and him not.
That's why they react to Drake too, and y'all get very mad and say he's selling out hip hop and he's all for the white people and it's all the
okay. So drilling down to that on that point, you would have to look at the fact that Drake taps in with all of these. He hops around and rides other waves that then become the corporate wave, as opposed to creating a wave. He ain't create no waves. He ride other people's waves. That's the ultimate criticism.
What
of Drake.
does that have to do with corporations? And I'm gonna say the point when I'm trying to give you a chance to respond to.
Okay,
he's going around.
I said this earlier. Like, if you work in social, literally, the point of your job as a social media manager is
y'all are not
to
responding
social
to
listening.
what I'm saying, Honeybee. I get what you're saying, which is that this comes with it. I'm saying, why is he not criticized for that?
Let me land, babe. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm about to answer your question. What I'm saying is, when you work as a social media manager, one of your jobs is to do social media listening. A part of that is looking and seeing what people are talking about and what's trending. If you see, I've had agencies who feed information to us. I'm not about to say where I work for, but who feed information to us and say, okay, this is what's popping out right now. Y'all should put out a tweet about this, or y'all should say something about this, because this is what niggas are talking about right now. And guess what? We'll tweet out some shit like mustard because that shit is popping. Now, however, I do it just because I be like, I fuck with the shit. I'm like a senior social media manager. Of course, I'm put that shit out, and I'm a K-Dot fan. So yeah, but it's like, y'all gotta understand, this not no motherfucker. I ain't getting paid extra to do no shit like that. Like, it ain't nobody feeding me. It ain't TD ain't in my ear. I don't have no shit behind me like that. I tweet that shit out just because I fuck with it. I did the same thing with fucking Dua Lipa's rollout. I did the same thing when Sabrina Carpenter put out Short and Sweet. When fucking, like, all these other people who are, like, artists that, even, like, Taylor Swift, I had to do some shit for her. I don't even listen to Taylor Swift. but I still had to push her shit. And it's like that it was no money pushed behind that shit. It's just because it's like that is how the shit works. You have to be tuned in and you push what is popping. What is popping right now is niggas saying mustard. It's like period. It is going up.
Let's hear what Sheena. Let's hear what. Wait, hold up.
Oh, my bad.
Hold on. Let's hear from Sheena. We'll circle back to you, Lucky. Go ahead, Sheena.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Stage. I'll be in and out. I think it's the extremes on both sides can get exhausting. So I'm always down to say that. But there's so much false parallels going on. Like the corporations that jump on the wave of like the mustard, they did the very same thing when Nicki Minaj fans got together and did Gag City. All of a sudden you have Subway, hey, we're coming to Gag City, and McDonald's, hey, we're coming to Gag City. All it is just another way for corporations to give free advertisement and free eyes to their brand riding on the back of whatever social media is pushing. So no, Kendrick is not going to get the same scrutiny for that, because that is not the same parallel as the scrutiny that Drake gets for when people call him out for his appropriating and for his culture wave riding. So that's not the same thing. That should be off the table. It's not the same thing.
So Drake can't. So if Drake has an album and there's like mad Spanish people speaking on it, he's sampling Debbie Deb, trying to connect with the Latinos. That wouldn't be the same.
They would absolutely say he was appropriating.
When I hear music, it makes me dance. Drake samples that. There isn't going to be pushback.
But when Kendrick does it, genius. He's just a genius. He's just an artistic genius.
Well, Kendrick is black.
Kendrick's sticking to his culture.
No, stop that. No, pause.
They got him.
Because you guys are
they got him.
Committed to being anti, and you're so committed to being against anything that Kendrick does that you can't even see reason when someone is trying to explain to you how
me 50 times about Kendrick. I don't at you, you at me. You can't call me out for the same behavior you display.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Danny. Don't do that. What that got to do with anything?
It has nothing to do with nothing. It has nothing to do with the point he makes. It has nothing to do with nothing.
No, because she's up here acting like she's on some
but you're trying to gaslight her. You gaslight her. You gaslight her. You moving the goalpost.
Listen, man, I don't want to go back and forth. You keep it on J1 stage. I'm talking to Sheena right now.
Fuck J1 stage. I'm talking to you, nigga.
What I'm saying, I know you're a social media manager. I know you probably know how this space thing works. But what I'm trying to get to is you, Sheena, are the same thing. You are the anti. You can't talk to me like that. I know.
They're trying to get some Drake stands like they're not.
All right. We've heard enough from you guys. Let's hear what Candy has to say. And then I'm bringing some more y'all up. Homie with the Drake picture. You gotta wait or change your shit because I see what you want already. Let's hear from Candy.
Good morning, Joe. Don't mind the background noise. But I love Kendrick, and I loved Kendrick when he wasn't beefing. Like, I feel like when you put out an album and you're over here using beef for your clout, that's not real rap. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Subliminal? If the shoe fits, it fits. And then wait for them to come out. But he's like, I feel like he's like adapting to like what's going on nowadays in music. And it's like, damn, you fell into the trap. You know what I'm saying? So I love Kendrick, but I'm gonna side with Lil Wayne, and I can't wait for Lil Wayne to really show.
Can I just say something real quick?
Because it's coming.
Can I just say something to you real quick, Candy?
Yes, go ahead, honey.
Have you ever met a Gemini?
Say that again.
Have you ever met a Gemini?
Yeah, I actually chat with Gemini like on a daily basis in my DMs.
Okay, so you know Geminis, they never let go of shit. So
what are we doing?
But you can't
he's
call
like
out
that because he's a Gemini,
shit
Daddy. That's
when
why.
Your shit stinks. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a rebuttal at this point. It's like a big cycle of nothingness. So it's like, come on, man. Put out an album.
And it's the Drake stimmy. They don't want to acknowledge that. This shit, none of this would be lived. Had he not had that music Drake, nobody would give him.
It's giving beef stew.
We are.
It's giving
whole
beef
timeline
stew.
dick riding this nigga because he quote unquote won the beef.
This nasty.
So now we can't say his album
and
is
Tyler
made,
the Creator had the best album.
We can't call him out for being in bed with the corporations. We can't. We haven't even got to the triangulation part. Jay-Z triangulating him against Drake right now. We haven't got. There's so much shit we can really get to in this bitch. Like, Y'all gotta stop playing in people's
Dude,
face. Y'all,
Wayne and
y'all
Drake
love to
never
call
mentioned
fans
Kendrick.
fans and say we're not
Kendrick
being
is bitter
objective,
about
and y'all have not
something.
stopped to say
Let's be real.
to
Like,
consider
Nick,
y'all are
he's
the
bitter.
exact same way, except 10 times worse.
He's a bitter Betty.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We can't.
Joe, let me get next, please. Ice on me, please.
Hey, Craig.
Fred, go ahead, and then I'm
better
going
get
to
up there
clear
and say
some of
some
this
real
and
valuable shit,
bring
bruh.
some more people up. Go ahead.
All right. So with these Drake fans, I get it. I understand. You're upset. Your man lost the entire year. He ain't do nothing. But to sit
Still
there and
top
try
on
to
Spotify.
downplay, you gonna let me speak, my man?
You got a big dog.
All right, appreciate it. Now, as I was saying, if you have somebody who's sitting there going to put out good body of work, nice singles, can sit there and respond back, with the fact that you're not even giving him any type of praise or any type of commencement, like, fam, he's doing things that other artists wasn't even really trying to do. Get at the top rapper at the time, Drake. And for the young lady who's saying how, she's standing with Lil Wayne, I don't know if that's something you want to do. That man has a bad record when it comes to beefs as far as responding. He didn't respond to 50. He didn't respond to
Because
Pusha.
he has no ego.
May
He
I
already
please
knows what it
land?
is. He
May
don't
I
have to
please
prove
land?
nothing. These
May I
niggas got something to prove, man. Why can't you see that?
If you're the greatest rapper alive, don't that mean you got to go back and forth with the greatest? And again, like I was saying,
Jay-Z ain't dead.
oh my God. All right.
Y'all are moving the goalposts. Craig, go
you
ahead,
always
cook.
got that motherfucker.
No, Craig, go cook. No, don't let these niggas silence you. Fuck them.
I mean, he could stop. The Lil Wayne slander is really hard to listen to. My ears are bleeding.
Because Wayne is not a good rapper when it comes to battles. That man
I don't know how this ended up on Wayne, but we can't wake it up.
He is
Why are y'all
scared. He is
posting clips?
pussy. He cannot do anything when it comes to that. And I said that because guess what? With the Wayne fans, nobody wants to sit there and acknowledge Wayne was not the same rapper he was before the Carter series. Hell, before 500 Degrees. But y'all
they posting clips from the Bush era. Let's wake that up.
That man was sitting there biting off Gilly's style. He bit off Jay-Z just to sit there and formulate his style to be what.
Greg, you're out of here, buddy. I agree with you, but we can't. Wayne is too great. We can't do that. Can't do that. And y'all wasn't done with y'all Kendrick and Drake thing, so now you enter Wayne, and it's a whole big clusterfuck. Let's just be respectful. Everybody that we're talking about up here is a phenomenal act. We don't want to discredit any of them. The reason that this talk seems so passionate is because all of the artists being mentioned are phenomenal acts. So, I mean, the artist in me can't sit here and just let certain Lil Wayne shit. He's still Wayne.
I wanted to speak to what Sheena mentioned.
I don't give a damn what you say.
I don't think that he's adapting Kendrick. I don't think he's adapting. I think if anything, he's taking the controller and basically setting the settings of the video game to what he wanted to be. Considering the fact that he's been trying to get everybody engaged in a cipher for a minute, I think this is a prime opportunity for somebody like a Lil Wayne to rise to the occasion and make hip hop entertaining again. Like that sounds like some weak ass Donald Trump type shit. But I think for the lack of a better word, I think that what he's doing will ultimately bring whatever anybody's a fan of Lil Wayne, bring something out of him, not to turn it in. Because the reality is this entire year, and even that record, Reincarnated, is a story of, from my perspective, how as an artist, we've seen these battles, we've seen these rap beefs, and we've seen them go a different way. And this is the first time we've actually seen a battle where it could have gone that way and it hasn't. And it's something to be celebrated.
That's not even what it's about.
And it's an opportunity for other artists, and it's an opportunity for other artists to see this as an example, to take it forward. That you ain't gotta do drill rap and it be about you actually talking about trying to get somebody murdered. It could be about you trying to out wordsmith or out maneuver somebody for the showmanship. And that's what hip hop is. And I think that this album in and of itself is he set that standard. That GNX, he set that standard. This is the superior like quality.
He was threatening
what,
to beat Drake up the whole fucking project. What are you talking about?
Wait,
He said what? You said what, Rick?
He literally said, "Have you ever ran 3 phase back to back? No, just keep it rap or something like
Well,
that."
I mean,
He talked about fading niggas. He been talking about beating Drake up the entire record. What are you talking about?
Oh, we want to take things literally
Like,
now.
what are we talking about?
I'm just responding to what he's saying, which is, oh, this is not violence. This is not. He clearly is trying to bring it to violence. He wants to beat Drake up. He's been very
Let
clear
Drake
about
rap
that.
about wanting to beat
oh my God.
I don't.
Rick, I'm not letting you do that. Everybody that Drake has beef with, he bought out all the front row tickets to the Pusha show so white boys could go there and hurl chairs and throw shit. Your man does mad fucking real life shit outside of these beefs. Kendrick should be able to say, "I'll fuck you up." Like, stop. What are we talking about here?
What? We not about to certify?
I hear you.
I'm gonna make some room up here. Lucky, I appreciate you.
Yeah, hear me.
Lucky, I really do want you to go find out what Reincarnated is about.
It's
It is
not
so
about
deep.
that.
Because
It's so deep.
It's
so
deeper than that, babe.
I think
It
it's very
is so
performative. I
deep.
prefer DMX Damien or when J. Cole did it. Like that whole talking to the devil.
All right. Enough of Rick. Enough. Rick will be silenced.
Like
now.
what, Rick?
Do not. J. Cole respectfully left this conversation on his own. He wants his piece. Let's give it to him. I brought some new people up here. They have their hands raised. Let's hear from Kelly, and then let's hear from Charcuterie. Might be a double mute. Go ahead, Kelly. Kelly? All right, Kelly's out of here.
Wait.
It was a double mute, sir.
Hey, I'm impatient. All right, Kelly.
But two things real quick. One, I think what Kendrick did in the battle was basically because I'm not gonna debate who won who lost. I really don't. We fuss all day about it. But I feel like if we would have seen Nas drop a commercial hit and out commercial Jay-Z and go crazy, I think that was like the equivalent of that because everybody was expecting the super miracle, spherical, lyrical, all of that stuff from Kendrick during the battle. The Night Like Us was not expected. And two, Wayne is an all-time great. Top 10, top 5, top 3 if you want to debate it. I don't care. But his diss records have not been that great. That's it.
All right, let's hear from Charcuterie and then Candy.
All right, peace to you, Joe. I just wanted to say this. First of all, being a fan of hip hop, I just want to say this. Kendrick with that record definitely brought it back to real good music. You know what I'm saying? Like every track you can bump. Reincarnated is definitely one of my favorites. I love how he used spot cadence for that. Now Wayne, phenomenal artist. We're not taking it away from him. Punchlines out of this world. You can quote him to the end of time. But that man don't want no smoke with Kendrick. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That man don't want no smoke. That man Kendrick is too crazy. That man is a nut. I love GNX, and I know he's about to drop something else. I really can't wait for him to drop something else. And I'm excited. I really am. He's really bringing hip hop back. Like I've listened to GNX at least 6 times already, and I'm going to listen to it some more. Shit, this is some great barbecuing music, and I can't wait to barbecue to this shit. So that's all I got to say about it. To all you Drake fans, look, Drake is a great artist too, but listen, that gentleman does not want any smoke with K-Dot, okay? And I'm going to land that thing right there.
Playing this mid-pack all the way until it's time to barbecue is crazy.
Can you
I'm
hear
gonna let
me?
you get it off.
Oh,
Hey, Rick, I hate to inform you. Some of these songs is getting played this summer,
Like
like
what?
loud.
Do we really think so? I hope not.
Yes.
Oh, you're sick if you think
Nigga, I've been playing TV off like
you
ridiculously,
think
bruh.
I ain't about
Like,
to throw ass to squabble up the TV
nigga,
off, girl. What are
you
you talking
feel
about?
me? Like, Dodger Blue is a great song to
I
skate
like
to, my
Dodger
nigga.
Blue. I
I'm
like
about
Squabble
to
Up. Didn't
end
live up to the
Luther.
hype, but it was decent.
I'm about to slow dance on
Oh,
a nigga real bad.
Luther,
She already said she likes Luther, you guys.
She said Luther was
I
all
can't
right.
wait to find my little auntie for Luther,
No.
but stop playing.
Let's hear from Bokeh, if I'm pronouncing that right. What's up, man?
What's going on, Joe? I just got a couple of points I want to touch on. Two of them is real quick. One is only that requires explanation. Number one, calling this album mid when it got songs like Dodger Blue, TV Off, Luther, Gloria, Heart Part 6 on it, man. That's too much for me. I ain't.
It's just wrong. Yeah.
That's impossible. Number two, the whole Wayne thing. I love Wayne, but the Wayne we expect wouldn't have tweeted. 09 Wayne would have just took something off this album and freestyled off of it for 5 minutes. So if that's the battle we were getting, then that's the battle we would get. So everyone should just kind of leave that alone. Number three, I think a lot of this disconnect with the album comes from, even speaks to Kendrick's cultural point, where people aren't understanding certain things about outside culture or battle rap culture. Like if you've ever been outside and ever been into it with somebody, you've been looking for them for a certain amount of years. When you catch them, beating them up is not enough. Yeah, I beat you up, but this took so long. I gotta dance with this. I gotta take my time with this. Like I gotta enjoy this. It took so long to catch you. And then
that nigga speaking from
me. I can hear you.
Cool.
And then in battle rap culture or just street culture, just outside culture in general, like some of the things Kendrick is saying, like y'all are taking too literal. Like that 3 fades back to back, that's not talking about Drake and about wanting to fight Drake.
Even if it was, who cares?
You're missing the point. He was on the stage. I don't want you to take what was said out of context. He was on the stage saying that nobody was trying to get violent. That's not true.
I heard everything you said before I came onto the stage, Grandpa Rick.
Let the man land, please.
I heard everything you said. But so to explain the example, when he's talking about 3 fades back to back, he's not talking about a rap battle. He's talking about gang shit. That's an initiation. These things are, if you understand, you understand. If you don't, you don't. But that's not about Drake.
Word, that's what that meant.
He's not. He's talking about his own experiences.
See, Rick and Danny, I will not allow y'all to do that condescending shit that y'all do.
You don't peep that?
No, I don't. No, they do. But I like that about them. Just not right this second. Let the people have their point, and y'all will have your turn.
Wait, Joe, you mean to tell me Kendrick is using gang culture to undertone his rap so that way he can connect with the hip hop community? I would have never thought that.
So Danny, you telling me using purposeful misdirection to misuse your point and misunderstand?
Oh my
God! Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, nigga.
Are you telling me you sat here and argued with a marketing expert when you're a blogger? And
he going off now. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm down for this. I'm down for this. I'm down for this. I just want to make my point for real, but I'm down for this.
No, we're not down for this.
Wait, is Honey the marketing expert I was
arguing?
Bro,
I just finished my laundry. I just got my bacon, egg, and cheese, boy. I'm set, my boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Joe, I'm gonna
Big Honey was the marketing expert.
I'm gonna let somebody else come up.
Yo, all right, we're having too much fun now. We have to get. Hey, homeboy is staying up here now. So he look good for you, Danny. That's the same thing that happened with Drake. Barking up a tree, and then the tree go fall.
And here you go, right in that tree.
And I am a whole fan, so that applies for sure.
No, I just think that you and Rick y'all are.
Well, put the tree on.
Y'all are consistent speakers up here. I'm not going to remove either of you. I don't think that y'all should be able to take advantage of that for the people that are kind of rotating is all I'm saying. But diss each other. I don't give a fuck. Let's hear from Candy, and then I want to hear from T. Winston.
Somebody said that the old Wayne would have just put something out. What you don't understand is Lil Wayne respects Kendrick, and he's kind of confused to why he's even being mentioned because he's never disrespected anybody that he respects. And that's what you people aren't getting. Kendrick must be bored. I think he wants to put a little pumpkin spice into the industry. He's forcing beef with people that are kind of unnecessary. I feel like this is like completely unnecessary. If you want to beef with the industry, why are you doing this? Like, I don't get it. There's something there that we're not seeing. If he keeps this up, he's gonna fuck up his image and his lyricism, honestly, because now you're just spewing bullshit.
I think you misreading it. To be honest, I think you're looking at it wrong.
I think I'm not.
Very much so. I'm here to explain. I'm here to
wait 1 second.
crazy.
It was one. It was one mic.
Let's let one mic on Kiara. Let's let Kiara explain.
Can you guys hear me clearly?
Not the greatest, I don't think.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Who just said though that? Wait, who fucking up who image?
I'm saying if Kendrick keeps forcing it, he's gonna fuck up his like whole product.
Oh, what is he? What is he?
Can I?
Please, we can reply to that point in a second. You guys would be amazing podcasters. Yo, we'll get to that point in a second. Let's hear from Kiara. Let's hear from T. Winston. And then let's circle back to the fight. Kiara, please.
Okay, so I feel like you guys are misinterpreting the song. That's why I was like, were you even listening? He said he was a fan. He explained every way that he was a fan. And then right there, he goes, damn, I let Lil Wayne down for working hard. That is it. That's not a diss. He's a fan, and he's like, damn, me doing what I should do.
Like ego to me.
No, it's not. It's
ego.
That's like my mom saying she mad at me because I got something that she didn't. I would be hurt that someone I look up to, like my mother's
Drake, he wouldn't even have that fucking spot.
Okay, but
okay, mute up.
And then too, like you were saying that oh my God, he's dragging this out. I want my rappers to stop tweeting their fucking feelings. Put it in the fucking music. And that's exactly what the fuck he did.
God.
I don't want a meme. Personally, I prefer this is the old way. And I get it that there's a new way, and that is fine. But if I prefer it this way, he's feeding me. If y'all don't fuck with it, y'all don't fuck with it. And I'm sorry for being loud, but I'm in the gym.
But you right. No,
honey, I needed to save you because it feels like you're getting ganged up on. I feel like you're getting ganged up on. And to me, it's okay that you don't like it, that you don't fuck with it, whatever. But if you really listen to it, and a lot of y'all are only going to listen to it one time just to say you don't like it, which is fine. But the rest of us are enjoying it. He is not just replying to that. He's replying to mad different things in this song that is like fucking amazing, cool. I like it. You don't like it. I always find it strange when Drake fans come in this room and come into a Kendrick room and say he don't do numbers. Look at his career. He's always done numbers. Yes. Does this beef amplify that because people love beef? That's cool too. Like his career, he was still gonna do numbers without the beef. Look at his album sales. You guys, his last album didn't do the
why
best.
Is he doing the beef then?
Because he's replying to Twitter. Do you want him to get on Twitter and write a tweet about how he's feeling? I'd rather him put it in the music. I feel some type of way about what's happening.
Get in the booth, bitch.
And then y'all said that he don't
get in the booth all year.
Well, if we get in the booth, we gotta be writing our own shit. So let's be real with that one.
It's just really strange to me how you. And then I do want to reply to Rick because I do understand what she was saying when she has said, Drake. He gets attacked. You're right. That's the double standard. Kendrick seems more authentic in what he does and the type of music he makes that people feel like, oh, this is genuine. If it's not, it's not. If it is, it is. I don't know. But it comes off more genuine versus Drake where people feel, and I'm not saying me, but people feel like he's a culture vulture. Like he just does things for culture to get acceptance. He promotes a different lifestyle. And no one's saying Kendrick is perfect. I literally think he literally makes music that says, I'm not perfect, but it's more therapeutic. It's more about feeling. And you guys keep putting this, oh, I'm a perfect person on him. Like, no, he's saying like, yo, I have all these mental issues and I'm working through it to be a better person. As a person that was younger, listening to certain types of music, as I get older, I don't want to listen to that same type of music. So people are gravitating to him because his fan base is growing. So is he. Like, and that's okay, like, if you don't fuck with it, but a lot of people do because I'm 30 now. I'm not in my early 20s and 19, and I still want to pop ass sometimes, but I want to listen to some real shit too.
Drake like, real shit, but what lyric really spoke to you, Kiara? What from GNX really hit it home with you?
Well, I would say I liked Reincarnated. I was younger and I was very much into Tupac. And I was from New York, but that was just a thing for me. I pretty much, even him using one mic,
like that song right now in the gym go crazy.
First of all, nah,
I'm
that's
asking
thick
for the
as
bars,
fuck,
man.
Danny. You
What
a
happened?
fucking hater.
I just feel like you
The
make
album been
some.
out. The album
I'm
ain't
asking for
been
the
out more
bars. She
than
threw the
24
Bogota just to
hours.
But
get
I
it
probably listen
produced.
to it a lot. But to me, it's just a little weird
Let me
that
tell you about.
I know Danny barely listened to it.
Like
And
what?
it's just like
He
you
ain't
just.
played that shit at all, and he trying to test
Let me tell you
you.
about my brother though. Like I
Let me
could
tell you
name
about my
lyrics
brother
from Drake.
though.
None of y'all could do that. None of y'all could do that. And
Boy,
I think
get your ass
I
off
just
your
feel,
fucking
I just find it strange. I just find this shit strange.
feel
Oh
Like
me.
God! Like, why you trying to test her on her like knowledge of the album? She
I had
said
my
the shit
faith
was
tested and
good.
morals
Like,
broken in half.
They
bro,
left
you're
exactly.
not
after it
getting
came out.
invited to the
So if we
embassy.
were biased, if we're
Danny
being
gets
not
unbiased
mad
and we
invited.
don't
that
like it
You're
after
not
48
coming to
hours,
the
where were
embassy.
y'all
Danny
when
gets
y'all was
mad that
doing
my
whole
son's favorite
spaces on
song
this shit
is
5
my
hours later?
son's favorite artist is Kendrick. Like that's just
No,
is what
your
it
son,
is. That's just the
your
type
son's
of shit
favorite.
that
I
I
don't
grew
want to
up
talk about
on.
that.
That's just the type of shit that we like listening to. Like it's okay. You like a certain type of music. It makes you feel whatever you feel. It touches you in ways that Kendrick won't, and that is fine. And I meant that homosexually, but that is fine.
Nah, that's
How many
crazy.
attacks
Well,
gotta
no
stop? We don't have to do that.
Sierra, what the fuck was that?
If you notice, I asked her for a lyric from the song. She ain't say shit.
She can't give you one.
All right,
You're
Danny, I
right.
got
It just came out 24 hours ago. I don't
They
know
don't
the
know the
lyrics,
lyrics.
sir.
They just know
You
they
don't
love
know the
it.
Sorry.
Oh my God, man. First of all, I love all of you. All of you are great. I never heard somebody say, and I meant that homosexually. That was funny. Danny, you have to at some point, I know you're doing your funny thing and I want to let it rock, but you have to at some point try to reply to some of the shit that Kiara is saying. I'm gonna leave Kiara up here. I'm gonna rotate. Boca, just wait. We still haven't heard from T. Winston. Rick, I'm sure you have a lot to say. We'll get circle back to you. But let's hear from T. Winston and then Boca, and then I'm gonna bring some more people up here. T. Winston, you there?
I just add one thing because I felt like I think Tiara is mad that you never paid her for the Ish and Ice drop, and she's reflecting that right now.
What the fuck are you talking about, you dummy?
T. Winston, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Please have it.
Okay, all right.
You see how you don't have no reply, Danny?
Like, that
That's a loser.
You guys, can we please not insult each other and just hear from T. Winston? I love all of you up here. Certainly glad you guys are lending your voices to this topic here. Thank you. That Mark Lamont rubbing off on me. Pause. All right. T.
Okay.
Winston, please.
Yep, I'm here. First of all, I'm enjoying this conversation. The other quick few points real quick. I'm a fan of both Kendrick and Drake. I listen more to Drake just because of the variety of music that he comes out with. The other thing with Kendrick, this album here, it's a solid project. I like 6 of the 12 songs. It's solid. Okay. My only issue that I have with Kendrick is more so of a character issue, right? I'm not mad at him for getting his money and with him having the biggest summer ever as far as his career goes. I'm with him getting his bag. Okay. The beef, you say whatever it is you want to, whatever it is you say in the beef, that's law. Okay. There is no rules when it comes to that. My only issue with me being a 50-year-old man and seen a lot, experienced a lot, is with Kendrick is that I feel as though his lyrics doesn't match his character. And what I mean by that is this. For you to speak on the Black way of living, the culture of hip hop, West Coast hip hop, when you have the biggest summer ever, and the first album that you put out is not executive produced by a Black man, it could have been produced by Mustard. The other thing is you ran to a white publication to give them the first interview. They could have got their interview whenever they got it. Okay, you could have negotiated because again, this is your year, Kendrick. I give you that. And whatever bag they were going to throw at you for having a first, it might have been a little less, maybe having a second interview. But you could have pushed a lot of Black publications, whether or podcasts, by giving them that opportunity to grow their market. That's the only thing I have an issue with when it comes to Kendrick.
Can
That's
I say
it.
something real quick off of that? I have a friend that work at Up Rocks. I don't know if y'all know that platform or whatever, but that nigga just said even his label didn't know he was about to drop. So what do you mean?
No, what I'm saying is this: even though here's what I'm saying. Listen,
it was a surprise drop for everyone.
Here's what I'm saying: the Harper's interview came before this album. I'm talking about him having the biggest summer with "They Not Like Us."
But
that song
you just brought
propelled him. And what I'm saying is this: he should have gave a back publication the first interview after that song
but he didn't,
did what it did. Listen, you're talking about no one. Hold on, my thing is this: you're talking about this album. I'm not talking about this album. I'm talking about him coming out with "They Not Like Us."
It's not like
that's what he should have. No, right? They not like, you know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is he ran to Harper's, right? He ran to Harper's and did an interview with his label mate. When he did that, now look at wait a minute. SZA did interview him. SZA did interview him for the magazine. Not nobody from Harper. It was SZA. Okay, my thing is this: if you're gonna call a man a pedo and whatever it is, I want you to answer the tough questions. I don't want somebody that's going to skip around that and not say, why did you call this man a pedo?
Okay.
Like one of the harshest things you can. Wait a minute. Because had he went to the Breakfast Club or somewhere else like that, or they would have asked him, Kendrick, do you really believe this man is a pedo? They would have asked him that question.
Because that's defamation.
Listen.
Why would they say that on a platform?
He said it on the album.
He said it on the album. But if you are,
it doesn't matter. Defamation is defamation.
Okay, but
at the end of the day. So my thing is this: if you put something out in a public forum, then you're subject to criticism. And again, he could have said, again, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're subject to criticism if you put something out where it's consumed by the masses. Yes, you are. If you walk out of the house butt ass naked, you're going to get criticism.
Okay.
Why? You should have stayed in the house. Now, again, let me finish. Let me finish real quick. Let me finish. Let me because again, to me, he doesn't face the tough questions. He goes to the other end of the spectrum where they're not going to really push him, because we all know how Charlamagne is. We all know how Ish and Joe, even at times, they're gonna ask a tough question to you and see what's up. You know, when
and
Joe,
to be clear, Drake does the same thing, but it's just interpreted differently when he does it.
Again, my thing is this, though. My thing is this. Here's the thing. And again, I'm 50 years old. So when I hear a black man speak on the black life, the black culture, the black this, I expect him to go black first. Drake is a Canadian. I don't care. Look, Drake political views, the shoes he wear, the clothes he wear. I listen to him for the music. I hold Kendrick to a higher standard being a black man. That's me, being a 50-year-old man and being what I've been through. Okay. So again, that's my only issue with Kendrick, is that he could have really propelled a lot of black publications. Like when it comes to executive producer, why not have Mustard executive produce, this album? And then if you came out with another one, okay, you can do whatever. But this album was really dedicated to the West Coast. It really was.
You are going from Kansas to Mississippi. What are you talking about?
But I'm still in the same spectrum of when it comes to Kendrick. I'm talking about him as a person. The music, I love some of the music. I don't love all of it. I love some of it. But I'm just speaking on Kendrick, and the way he raps is not the way he moves. That's all I'm saying. Because again, like I said before, had he gave a black publication or whatnot, hell, if he'd have went to Joe's podcast and gave them the first sit down, do you know what numbers that would have done for Joe?
That's not...
Joe's already doing but again, see, this is my whole point about Kendrick. If you're going to rap black, act black, then your actions need to be about black.
What? Can I rebut that?
Like,
can I rebut
this is all
Please, can I
over
rebut
the
this? Please,
place.
can I
This
rebut
is
that?
a very all over the. This is
I
not
feel
a
like he's making a
convincing
very
point.
coherent point.
Can y'all let
I'm sure you do.
can y'all let Boca rebut that, and then y'all can fight and scream over each other.
Fuck, I'm
Okay, because
screaming.
I believe in war and I believe in
actually
peace.
glad
My
you
brain
did
is fried.
because
Let's
the reality.
Do y'all not follow instructions? Can y'all please let
I believe in
Boca
love,
I'm down
reply?
to debate with whoever. Just let me land real quick because
Yeah,
I
go
feel like you
ahead,
touched on this
please.
point. You know what I'm saying? This idea that being black only looks one way, we gotta stop that, dog. Like, we love Martin Luther King. Martin was fucking them white hoes when he was on the march, bro. That's not what he was preaching, but we love him anyway.
Joe,
That's true.
You feel me?
Joe,
Like,
what the
I'm not
fuck?
comparing Kendrick Lamar to Martin Luther
He
King.
was.
But I'm talking about this standard of
Goddamn.
blackness that we try to establish, where it's like we can only exist in a funnel. If you listen to his words, the man is rapping about his struggle with duality, his struggle with his religion versus his views that he was raised with, his struggle with the industry that he's in versus how he lives his life personally. He's rapping about his struggle living in between these worlds. So when people
So does
keep
that
asking,
exempt him from critique for it? Is the question.
Grandpa Rick, I'm
Just
gonna
because you
touch
acknowledge
I can
it
touch
doesn't
on
mean
point.
you
here's
are
my
rejecting
thought.
your
Wait a minute.
No. You just spoke for 5 minutes, brother.
Yeah, let the man land. Let him land. Yo, don't try to cut him off when he's cooking a little bit. Let him land.
Like loaded luck.
This idea that all of a sudden, like, we can't exist in layers is insane. And the comparison to Drake, this actually speaks to his point. The point isn't about where Drake came from. It's about how he uses his cultural currency. He shies away from what he's from for real and tries to ingratiate himself with everyone else. Kendrick is leaning into where he's from and bringing it to everyone else and making it palatable for the world. So there's a difference in even saying, you're doing it wrong. Let me show you how to do it. Like, it's not necessarily about, oh, you're just from Canada. It's like, you don't act Canadian. You act like you from Atlanta, or you act like you from where you at the time.
No, we cannot let him get this off. Drake
Kendrick
repped so hard for Toronto. You sound
No,
insane,
we actually can't. We actually
I
can't.
mean, listen. You've been getting some bullshit off for the past hour and a half, Grandpa Rick. I ain't
Hello. I actually haven't, but I ain't said nothing to Drake.
So
I mean, you
that's
set up on
fact.
the
So
stage
listen,
and
big
it's not true.
Y'all don't want to let
She been
people
getting
know
off a lot of bull.
A Pulitzer Prize winner.
That's not
Y'all
that's
was
not how
sitting
this
up
gotta
here
go.
y'all was just
Yo, y'all are the greatest. Yo, I want to say I'm really enjoying this conversation. So much so I've neglected some of my fantasy lineup, but I'm going downs over Ridley. Let's let the man land and then attack him, but just let him finish first and then attack him. Like, I'm down with the attack shit. I ain't trying to be that type of room moderator, but we need to hear the attacks. And if you let them finish, you can attack the whole point and we not get stuck on just one of them. So go ahead, and then they're going to attack you.
I'm good with that, especially with the last part. Attack my point in full. So with what I was saying, we have like this idea that he's contradicting himself when in reality he's showing that your realness can be effective in marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like we love Sexy Red because Sexy Red is just Sexy Red. Sexy Red isn't corporate per se, but because she's so popular, they have no choice. Like, McDonald's had no choice but to tweet honey mustard. Like, how could you not, especially when you have 25 to 30-year-olds running your social media? You know what I'm saying? Like, this idea isn't far-fetched that he knows that he needs to function in his industry, but he's not going to allow it to change who he is personally. And I think that's kind of what he's trying to get across. I can't speak for the man, you know what I'm saying? So only he can tell you what he's trying to get across, but this is what I'm interpreting from the music. And it's more to interpret if you just listen to it without being a stan or being a fan of one side or the other. Just being a fan of music and you know what I'm saying, competition, and you know what I'm saying, being innovative and just trying to be thoughtful with your process and how you execute your music. Like, he's not contradicting himself. He's just more so saying like, you're saying you're doing this wrong. I'm going to show you how to do this. And hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it done the real way, as opposed to the manufactured way, where it's just like you're hiding behind a facade, as opposed to just standing true in what you are and what you aren't.
Yo, that shit is deep, yo.
Now, what I was saying was,
oh, you wanted a lyric, right, Danny?
Wait a minute. No, okay, Boca. My thing was this. I'm not saying that he exclusively just works with blacks. What I'm saying is just him coming off the summer he had. Just me, the way I've come up and the way, you know, I kind of look at things. I'm saying just after that single, when he dropped that blew up, that's what I was saying to that. I think he should have went the black route with the publication or whatnot. Or as far, you know what I'm saying?
But can I ask you a question to that?
Yeah.
Do you know if SZA is trying to be a journalist?
I don't know what she's trying to be.
So let me ask you. I just want to ask you a question real quick. Because
land your point. Don't do that little nasty.
If his homegirl is trying to be a journalist, and let's say she's trying to maneuver a second part of her career, and she has the opportunity to write an article for a publication as legendary as Harper's Bazaar, wouldn't that be him lending his platform to his friend to allow her the space to kind of?
You just made that up completely.
First of all,
you just made that up out of thin air. That's crazy.
Well, she did plug her movie. She did plug her movie in the article.
I'm just asking.
Okay, I'm going to answer your question.
You niggas don't have no black. Y'all up here to chat. Y'all up here to chat with no.
You're not making any points.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. The interview with SZA, I think it was comfortable for him. Did he put her in another space? Yes, but I don't think Harper Bazaar, with the lyrics, I guess, and how she is,
why
and especially being a
wait a minute. Harper's Bazaar?
No. Listen, Harper's Bazaar was brought up because, again, I said his lyrics sometimes doesn't match his actions. Where he says, in the studio, isn't the same as his movements in the real world.
Who the fuck is about to go to Condé Nast? And
T. Winston, thank you. We appreciate you. I'm going to make some more space up here. I feel like maybe T. Winston wasn't here for Kiara, but I feel like Kiara kind of explained some of that already. Also, I mean, y'all can fight about it, but don't none of y'all know none of these niggas. So enough with his lyrics don't act like. Who gives a fuck how these niggas act? I don't care. It's not that important of a point to stay stuck on, is all I'm saying. Let me just bring some more people up here. Or Sheena's had her hand up for a while, but I'm gonna bring the Drake nigga up here to hear what he got to say. Come on, 24K. Fuck it. You waited patiently. Hold up though. We're gonna hear from Sheena, then Candy, then let's hear from the Drake nigga. Sheena, go ahead.
I have my hand up.
Honey, please, girl.
Please, girl.
Yeah, enough.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Danny.
Got it.
Sheena, go ahead, please.
No, I mean, you kind of just deaded the comment I was going to make, just because the way the conversation seems like it's going to shift away from the whole he should have did black publication. But I long said when that first came out that it also, even though he was being interviewed, it did feel very SZA forward. She plugged her movie, and I also thought it was a nice layup for her too. So we can bash Kendrick for, you didn't go straight to the black publications first, but he gave his girl a layup, a black woman. So we don't want to, cut our nose to spite our face just because we want to throw a dagger at Kendrick for something.
No, the interview itself was also terrible. I love War. I love
Danny,
I love Burger King. I love McDonald's. I love candy, but I love chocolate. This shit was trash.
He's not going to go to anybody who's going to ask him about those allegations. He's not going anywhere. So he's going to talk to SZA. He's going to talk to the man on the moon. He's going to talk to everybody, but anybody who might ask him about that shit.
And I think he's earned that.
Okay,
give
me 1 second. Give me 1 second, please.
Coverage. He's earned that. Okay. Any superstar, when they reach a certain level, has earned the right to curate how they appear in the media. They all do it.
Really.
That doesn't mean he's not deserving of critique for it. The same way we critique Drake for not sitting down with black platforms.
Honey, mute up. Let them fight.
Okay.
Man, you gotta talk on every topic, son.
No, it's not that. I'm actually okay. Anyways,
To me, just because you say I'm struggling with something, just because you
All
acknowledge
right,
I
honey,
have
you're out of
mental
here for
health,
a second. Take a breather.
that doesn't mean that you're exempt. You're exempt from criticism for it. You can't just be a hypocrite because you say I'm a hypocrite. I already know I'm a hypocrite. I know I'm a contradiction. Just because he raps about that, that doesn't mean he's above critique for it. If this is what you say you're about, then you need to be acting. And I am to your point, Joe. Yeah, no, we don't know these niggas. We know the art that they put in front of us. And he went out his way to curate an image that he's so blackity black and wokety woke. Then you need to back that up with some activity, sir.
Grandpa Rick. Now that's not what I said about him being a hypocrite. And this leads to my other point. We've been conditioned to this fake introspect for so long that we don't know when someone is just rapping about their real human experience. And we all struggle with these things as humans every day. We struggle with the right thing that we know we should do versus what we might want to do that might not be the best for us. That's not rapping about being a contradiction. That's rapping about being a human. And the problem is we strip being a human from
but
music.
my point, address my point. The point I made
I am
was that
addressing
you're
your
not
point.
above critique.
He's not rapping about being a contradiction. Like, your word choice is poor. He's not. You're using. I'm not going to use Joe's term of poor ears. You're using surface ears. You're not listening deep enough to see what's actually going on in the music. Period. Forget this Kendrick. Listen to lyrics.
I hate it here. They do this every fucking time. You're just not deep enough.
About being
You're
a
just not
contradiction.
woke
He's
enough.
rapping about the human experience. And if
Drake is just as intricate with some of the things he does. I don't understand why y'all trying to lay this out. He drops at a higher frequency. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. This is why I hate about it.
I know you don't get it.
This is how they justify
let
their
me quote a lyric for
intellectualism. They listen to Kendrick Lamar, so now they're
I
geniuses.
listen to Kai,
They know how to listen to art. They can piece it together, and they just love how he brings about his human experience, and we just can't possibly
I like when rappers rap about their human. I like when Cole does it, even though I didn't like his apology. I like when Cole does it. I like when there's rappers that rap about introspection. There's a marketed introspect that's been given to us, and there's a real human introspection that exists of, yo, dog, I'm not perfect, but
sir, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
I'm
just because
about
he's
my
rapping
journey.
about that, does that mean he's exempt from critique about it? That is the question.
Again, if the critique is valid, but he's not being
It is valid. That's what we're critiquing him on, sir.
But prove it. But he's not actually doing it. You're just
watch the party die. I'm performing at the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Performing at the Super Bowl means that he's not about his mission.
That's the difference.
That's okay.
Y'all sound insane.
You sound insane. You're not doing reflection, man.
You need to go outside, brother. This album's for people who show our faces on our profile pics, not avatars.
Analyze it.
I have a podcast with
the face of wokeism, so that's what he gets to
no
be. It doesn't matter
avatars,
if it's true or not.
I'm a stoplight.
Okay, here's my standpoint.
Westside get the money, yeah, that's for sure. You wanted a lyric, Danny? I got you.
You finally found one in 30
just put
minutes.
a pause on it.
Nah, I've been
shout out to Genius.
But you know,
here's my standpoint. What niggas need to do is beef with the industry. A lot of pop brains is what's going on. You're just looking around it until you get stick. Stick it to the man. Beef with the industry, and then let's see if you do numbers. You over here beefing with motherfuckers because y'all was scared. You just looking around the stick. That's all these niggas is doing. You ain't on shit. You beefing with niggas that are literally industry moles, niggas that kiss the industry. The shit can't get pushed out unless the fucking big man says it's gonna get pushed out. Beef with the real person at hand, and let's see if you're doing numbers. You're beefing with niggas that were in the same boat. We all in the same boat, nigga. Y'all gonna sink doing that shit. It's so annoying. Y'all niggas is pussy. Stop fucking rapping.
Candy, I'm gonna piggyback off what you're saying and say they don't have a problem with the industry. They have a problem with Drake because they're very jealous of him. So they try to pretend that is what he represents, but they really just want his spot. I.e., why he came out with this
Kendrick is beefing with easy people. He's beefing with moles, man. And Wayne, he's been out of the industry. That's why you don't hear the Wayne. He sees how fucked up shit is. He ain't feeding into that shit. So
this is y'all going out bad with this Wayne topic, man. Wayne is a legend. Wayne didn't have to say a word. Wayne weaponized his audience. and he used his fan base
He
to
had
try
to
to
say
create
something.
outcry because he didn't get what he wanted, even though he just assumed it
Sounds
was
like every
his.
fan base.
And someone got it.
Y'all
Who
keep
worked
saying
for
he
it.
assumed it. Y'all don't know what he assumed or did not
He
assume.
said
You
it.
don't know
What do you
what
mean?
conversation
He literally said it.
He said that at
Grandpa,
the beginning of last year he
please
was
go
going to
back
be
and read for
working
context
for
before you
that.
argue
He
with me.
said it.
Please
It's
go get
on
your,
video.
please go
He
get your
said he was
context.
working towards the soup. He said this
Please
in
go get your
February.
context. Please go get your context before you argue with me, mama. Please go get a quote. Please do that. Because I'm
You don't know
telling
what
you,
to take
Go
on.
get the video where he was clearly in the interview saying
said
we want the Super Bowl and I'm gonna put in as much work as I
he
possibly
literally
can to get the
apologized
Super
to his
Bowl. Is
fans.
that the one you're
He
referencing?
apologized to his fans and saying, "I'm sorry, y'all. I thought it was as good as mine." Like he said, "I'm sorry for
He said
assuming
that out
that
of
it was
disappointment,
mine."
sir. Don't talk to me about context if you're gonna take that far out of context. That's insane.
How is that taking it out of context? That's
He
literally saying,
said, as if
I'm sorry
someone
You have an
told me it was
agenda.
that was
mine.
mine.
He literally
You have
said
an
that.
agenda, damn it.
That's literally saying that.
He said, as if
I have a
someone
question
told me
for the
it was
stage. So
mine.
I don't think that Kendrick Lamar was dissing Lil Wayne when he brought his name up. But do you think it's wise right after you usurped the Super Bowl for him for you to bring his name up in any shape, form, or fashion? After
But Wayne didn't really care about the repercussions to him when he was outside crying about it. So why should Kendrick care?
Less than that. Much for
Hey,
Tino,
listen,
Wait a minute.
once Kendrick mentioned Snoop, nobody was mentioned on that album. If he was willing to address how he felt about what Snoop did, he's not gonna duck anybody on because
that's
Snoop,
fine. But when
he
Wayne
holds
come
in as
out and
high
tweet,
regard as
bitch,
anybody.
keep my name out your mouth. Y'all don't get on the timeline disrespecting Lil Wayne. That's what you don't do.
Well, when you don't get your opportunity that you ain't worked for, go ahead, shut up, my boy. Sit in the corner and work for it later.
But nobody needs to diss
Go
Lil
get it
Wayne.
later.
Wayne doesn't need to be dissed or disrespected.
The Super Bowl isn't a legacy act performance. It's about currently who's having the hottest moment.
Okay, I don't want to relitigate that. It's fine. He didn't get the Super Bowl. Nothing's changing about that.
Okay. I think my participation in this is done. It's a great conversation, but
all right. Boy, everybody hot and bothered in that chat, boy. Yeah, I see everybody hot and bothered. They want to get them points off. Now, I'm going to invite y'all up to the room on the platform to talk. Have this discussion. The link has been dropped. Now, here's what I've gathered from listening to the conversation and applying my own words and personal thought. And it's what somebody said earlier. You have Drake enthusiasts who are trying to respond to other people's music. Now, let that sink in. A Drake enthusiast is responding to other people's music, and they can't seem to do it. You understand? They can't seem to differentiate between other music and Drake. They're so much a fan of him that any other music that come along or that's not aligned with Drake, they're gonna hate it anyway because they're in line with Drake. And most of the people that's doing the defending are women or men with, estrogen problems. A lot of estrogen in the diet. Now, I say that to say this. Oh, I see y'all in the back chat. I'm gonna pull y'all up. But I say that to say this. All these people who got involved, who wanted to have something to say and add to the conversation, to be in the light. Oh, Holy shit. That's funny. Somebody sent me a funny thing. He's like, cool, we disagree. People love to chat. Here's the thing, though, Drake people. Why y'all so excited about Kendrick Lamar's release? If y'all support Drake so much, he got a no-face video out. Why he only had 300,000 in 3 weeks? And he's Drake, the #1 artist in the world, right? Tell him to put out some music. Why y'all ain't pushing his stuff no more? Since y'all love his music so goddamn much. What's up, Twizzo?
What's going on? What's going on, Cino, man? It just, to me, man, it just get to me just when I listen to people having debates and discussions about whether it's sports or hip hop, like I understand like the whole you're gonna back up your favorite player, your favorite artist. Understandably, sometimes you might come off like, you know, you're gonna be in denial a little bit about certain things, but you gotta be honest objectively at the end of the day. Hearing that little Twitter chat, like, or whatever the little thing they call it, I just hear a girl that's just so emotionally attached to Drake. Yeah, somebody.
Vegas in week 5, looking for the season sweep the first half.
Yeah, but just hearing somebody that's emotionally attached, just like a lot of stands of these artists, you know, they so emotionally attached. So when you have discussions like that, it's hard to just get off like you know just honest opinions and good breakdowns when people are just throwing out numbers and they just saying, oh, that's mid, without really listening to something. Or like even if you discussing a book, like you can't just speak on a book that you never read all the way through and don't have an understanding of. It seemed like they automatically, Drake fans automatically, when I seen Kendrick had dropped his album, they was already in the comment section of certain posts. Oh, it's mid. Man, that album just dropped like 25 minutes ago, bro. It's impossible for you to have listened to that whole album in like 25 minutes. It seemed like people so attached emotionally to that they artists, especially with a Drake fan, like they they delusional, man. It's like they make up lies. I hear so many lies from them, Cino, that it be like, man, I don't know how crazy of a fan base Drake have, but it be like, damn, they really tied themselves emotionally to Drake in every way. Like every breath he make, every breath he take, they take it with him almost in a sense, man. Like it's seriously insane, an obsession like no other that they should be studied. I ain't never met a fan base like that. They don't even support him like how you said. Why is No Face at 300,000? Like Kendrick, that man just dropped like a 1-minute clip video. I think that's at like 2 million. Like Kendrick fans really support that brother. We support him. Why y'all ain't supporting Drake? Why y'all speaking on Kendrick album? Y'all should even really be talking about Kendrick album, really, if you so much of a fan of Drake.
But here's the funny thing about it though. The reason it said 2 million because almost all his Drake fans is over there. They watching it too. They watching Kendrick. Anytime Kendrick do something, they flocking their ass right over there. That's why they talk about Kendrick album. That's why the numbers are so high, because all they asses is over there too.
I'm shocking that
I'm
female.
gonna listen to it again. And it's still mid.
Yeah,
you over there giving it plays, but calling it mid. All right, I'm gonna listen to it again. What? All he said is mustard. Where's the hook? I'm listening to it again. Watch tomorrow. They're gonna be like, man, they're gonna keep it in rotation. Those people they are not there for the music. These people are there to troll. You like it's they in the chat now. These people are there just to troll because they don't have friends. They don't have nobody to converse with. They got on their page. They ain't got nobody to talk to. Now they got people they can talk to. People go engage with them. They like, somebody spoke back to me. And now they got engagement. This is not even about the music. So that's why I'm like, there's no way. Like the woman said her favorite song was Luther. I was like, okay, yeah, it fits. You're a Drake fan. So Luther would apply as your favorite song. And I like the song Luther. But
I
like Luther. So I like Gloria. I like Gloria and I like Luther. He rapping about his pens because I know
like the whole album.
I know the crux of what Gloria was made from. I was like, okay, yeah, that's perfect. So I like those, those type of songs that change the energy in the room, smooth it out. The ladies love that. Like you ask most women, they gonna say Luther. They like that song. But if it aligns you out, anything that will remind you of a Drake song, Luther would be one.
This is George. Can y'all hear me?
I don't think Drake could pull that off.
Hello?
Dude, have you ever heard Marvin's Room?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Right.
Yeah,
so you gotta understand that this is that's Take Care Drake right there, so the whole vibe with him is the whole thing is about Drake not identifying musically. He has jumped in so many other people's lanes that he forgot who he was.
Exactly. He's Canadian.
He all screwed up out here.
I
just want to say this real quick. You know what I mean? Not to take the mic from nobody, man. First of all, I love what you do, Carcino, man. Love what you do, brother, for real. Listen.
Go ahead, Scott. Appreciate it.
No doubt. Listen, man. Kendrick is culture, okay? Drake is just trendy, and he's always been that way. Where your grandma stay? He can't answer that question. He really can't. I'm not even trying to be funny, but this is what it is. This album, again, it takes me a while. I'm a Nas fan, huge Nas fan. I get all your in the windows every time. And it's gonna take me a while to digest everything that this man just did. This is art. Okay, hip hop is culture. Not this just put out something and then that's it. It's over. No. This is what hip hop is. It's a message, it's culture. That's what it is. He's just trendy. And these Drake fans give me a headache. I swear. I was like, please end this. I couldn't take it. I don't know how Joe Budden, well, I know how he does it. He's fucking messy. I'm from Jersey, so I know this nigga. So it's just I just
Jersey?
Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I live in Patterson, so you already know. Like I know him very well. Let's just say that. Yeah, we're gonna leave it alone. That's for the Patreon. Listen, it's one of those things, man. I just want to say, man, he did it phenomenal. This project is fun. I heard this is just a warm up. I don't even think this is just his album. From what I'm hearing, I'm thinking this is just. Oh, it is, right? Okay, cool. Well, he did amazing. You know what I mean? Because
you never know with
that whole album.
Kendrick, you don't know because Kendrick got so many songs. Because if you listen to the promo. The songs that's playing on the preview is not on the album.
No.
Yeah, that song sounded crazy.
I already know that. I know he dropping this, and then some of the songs that he already recorded before, just like you said, he gonna drop those. But I don't think he gonna drop those. He probably gonna drop those next year, somewhere next year. So I'm waiting on that.
But listen, man, I just don't want to take up too much time. Just want to say, man, these guys, man, these bubblegum Drake fans, I'm sick of them, bro. I'm so mad. For real, but yeah.
They all probably kids anyway. I'll be like, how old are you? You 2000? I'm not talking to you about this.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, they're not gonna know, they're not gonna listen, and they not really probably don't understand hip hop talk and none of that. So it's like, son, I don't need to talk to you, son, if you're not gonna understand. We're not gonna rough and puff. If you don't like the facts or none of that, then you might as well talk to yourself, because I ain't wasting my time on here talking about hip hop beef and words and battle words and all kind of ish. They thinking about today's generation, like whoever dissing, they dissing me. I'm about to see you. I'm about to pull up. I'm about to do this. I'm about to be. That's all they know. They, you know what I mean? Them 2000s and 99. Well, some. To be honest, some that's born around 99 or whatever. Some of them catch up. You know what I mean, to the music, and people to listen to and catch up on, you know, the rap battles, the meaning, the words, the styles and whatnot. This generation, nah. All they talking about is, yeah, this rapper got more money, got more net worth, and it's like, what that had to do with battle throwing words and all that? That don't have nothing to do with that. Money and all that don't have nothing to do with that. It's about not even about the better words and whatever. It is who can outmaster whose style and who could say the facts to destroy another person's career or personality and, you know, whatever fact, you know?
Yeah,
That's
what's
why
up.
right now with the battle rap thing, I don't really watch it because I don't want to hear this Call of Duty. Yeah, I pull out the gun, blah, blah. Nah, be like, yeah, your sneakers look, your sneakers open like you got a mouth. You like, spit some, you know what I mean, some ish that can make the crowd be like, oh, or factual, or, you know what I mean, be like, dang, he do look like such and such. I don't want to hear this. Yeah, I got the tech coming out and blow brains and all that. I don't want to hear that.
Hey George, what's up? What you think?
I just want to say one thing. Well, first of all, that I think when you compare it as far as the battle is concerned, if you want to call it that, all you have to do is look at how many people are dissecting Drake's songs and compare it to how many people are dissecting Kendrick's songs in the battle.
Well, it's the battle's over. Like,
yeah, so I'm just referring back to that.
Drake don't think
it's over. They just suffering from delusional grandeur. But no,
yeah, I'm just saying that's how bad it was. You know, people are still diagnosing.
It was like 48-3. It was like 48-3. It was not even close.
He said 48-3.
Yeah, Drake was up 3-0, and then it was like 48.
Then it was 48.
Man,
I don't know where it is on. The Kendrick is definitely leading the way as far as the things that need to be done. So I'm glad to be here for that for this piece of history.
Me too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's about the culture. It's about hip hop. See, that's something Drake. He's so much of a fan of it, but he doesn't know what to do creatively. He's been making the same type of music and getting over for the last 2-3 years, and people think Kendrick killed Drake. Drake already career was in the toilet.
Right.
He had put out like his last 2 albums was duds. That Honestly Nevermind album he put out, that stuff that he tried to jump in somebody else's lane and piss Beyonce off after he was working with it, man. Yeah, he screwed that up. He gonna make a secret album behind their back and gonna release it before Beyonce, and boy, did they cost him. And then For All the Dogs was mid. So everybody's like, man, this album is trash. If it wasn't for First Person Shooter, that whole album tanks.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I haven't finished hearing that album, and to be honest, I never went back to review it. So
it wasn't a great album. Only time he did an album that was really good is because he jumped on 21's wave and did the Her Loss with 21. That was it.
I ain't gonna lie to you about that one too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I heard that one. I ain't too into that one too. I feel like some songs was destroyed.
It's a 21 Savage song, like Knife Talk and all that. That was a song that was done with Project Pat and 21 Savage. Drake just
yeah. I'm disappointed in that song. I'm like, Drake, you should.
Project Pat was like, I didn't never know Drake was on the song. He's like, next thing you know, they saying it's a Drake song now.
He should have put.
Bought it off 21. So he jumped on a lot of 21 songs. That's why Kendrick said, "Tell Bean that he better stay right with you." He know you. That's 21 Savage name. They call him Bean.
Oh yeah. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Like he got a Muslim name. So, it's like Bean Allah, Bean Rahim or something. So they call him Bean. So he's like, tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Because he know you biting his whole style trying to rap like 21. 21 wrote that.
Yeah, those were all
Your last
classics to
one
me.
hit, your last one brick. You really on there, but you really ain't on shit. I'm like, oh yeah, you been 21 writing for you, dog. Am I battling ghosts or AI?
You
And
know,
that's the
what
thing.
pissed
You
me
got
off?
50 some rappers, 50 some writers, and they can't save you.
Yeah, bring them out too. I'll take them out too.
Man,
you know what it is, bro?
Yeah, go ahead, Mo. Who's that?
Hey, how y'all
Mo?
doing, man? Peace to everybody. Now I was gonna say, what's fascinating about this, and one of the reasons why this battle is so great and it's so entertaining and all that shit, is because it's one of the few times where it's a battle of ideas and a battle of cultures and like cults of personality. So it's bigger than Drake and Kendrick. It's more about two different worldviews and mentalities that goes across the spectrum of race and culture. And so I think that number one, the problem that most people have with Kendrick is what they think about his fans. They think that Kendrick fans think that Kendrick is like the greatest of all time, the greatest lyricist, the greatest everything. When that's stands, because you have stand culture. But real people, like real fans of Kendrick, are people who really authentically just enjoy his music and not worship him. We just understand that he is a great representation of hip hop. He is a good lyricist. He's not the greatest lyricist. He's not the greatest song maker, not the greatest anything in that sense, but he's great at damn near everything that has to do with hip hop. But we don't look at him as like some militant leader, some messiah, and all this shit that they think that Kendrick fans see him as. So they judge Kendrick off of that. They hear what they think Kendrick fans think about him. And Drake fan base, like you were saying, really are, I think somebody was saying, like, they really are the most delusional fan base because they are fans of a fan. And you see that a lot in culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think in a lot of ways, Kendrick is just, pulling back the curtain and say, y'all see this shit right here? Come on now, look. Then people are starting to look.
Yeah, and I'm like, Drake had a better chance 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, Drake had a better chance. They love to say, you a traitor. You was a big Drake fan. I'm like, yeah, I like the music, but I'm like, in the last 3-4 years, Drake has put himself and aligned himself with people and doing crazy stuff that did not make any sense whatsoever. I'm like, look at all of the materials and all the stuff he hit Drake with. It's within the last 4-5 years. All the stuff he's been doing in the last 4-5 years, all this weirdo behavior.
Right.
All of it. Because that's what I was like 4-5 years ago. I'm like, you had a better shot back then because you could have played like Kendrick's the bully. And you just ain't did nothing. Like, man, why he bullying Drake? Now,
right.
You jumped into the lane where you the bully.
Yeah.
Right.
You the tough guy.
Hey, but people don't like seeing that, Carcino, because I really feel like the battle. My bad. I really feel like the battle was like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, because before the fight happened, people who knew boxing knew that Errol Spence's style was tailor made for Crawford to beat him. Errol Spence didn't have enough head movement. He hits hard, but he comes straight forward with sometimes a lot of wide punches. Like, everybody that knows boxing knows that was going to be a disaster for Errol Spence. But the people who don't know hip hop, they really thought that Drake would be some sort of match with Kendrick, because you can beat Meek Mills by saying, is that your girls tour or your world's tour? You can make a joke like that and people will laugh and be like, oh, that's a bop. But you're going to have to do way more than that for somebody like Kendrick. And like I said, I feel like real hip hop heads knew that.
Drake believed it too.
Yeah, see, the
Yeah, he
problem
believed that.
was with Drake is he had a bunch of yes men around him who don't know nothing about hip hop. They just fanboys. So they pushed and gassed him up. Drake is not confident enough to go up against Kendrick. As you can see, the way he released push-ups, he did the whole thing scary. And I'm like, this is when he got mad at me. Because I wasn't like academics out there like, oh my God, here comes Drake. Oh my God, this is it. This is the one. I'm like, no, I'm not him.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you the right way to do it. And when you did it, I went and DM'd him. I said, hey, don't go at Kendrick. I told him, I'm like, don't go at K Dot.
No.
Hey, you went out there, you took your swing. I wouldn't have did that. But hey, you must got something prepared. So
Then
I'm gonna sit back and wait. See you go ahead and do what you gotta do. Battle Metro and Future. That's what you could do. Go after them. Because that's in your lane.
Yeah.
This, I don't think you ready for a battle rap with Kendrick. You would have, if you'd have lost to him 4 or 5 years ago, you wouldn't have got destroyed. Because you'd have looked like the victim. You was the innocent Drake, but then you start all this trap music crap, and now you this gangster, you trapping with Thugger and all them. Now in the last 4 or 5 years, you done got these braids. You done,
right.
You thinking you trapping in every city.
Right.
I'm like, no, you done changed completely. You done gave him enough material to destroy you with now.
Right.
So if he decides to go down that lane, you're done. So his whole push-up thing, I'm just like, man, I hope you got something in the vault. Because this here, I like it's a good setup for hopefully you got something else in the bag.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, it's a good setup. But I'm like, he barely said anything about K-Dot. Then he didn't release it. He gonna he gonna give it to academics first. Then it's gonna leak everywhere else on the internet. And I was like, that's a horrible way to drop. You ain't gonna even stand by your own product. So the days are going by, then they're like, yeah, when Kendrick gonna respond? Where you at? It's like, where we at? Dog? Is that for us? We don't know if that's AI or is that you? You claim it. It's yours, claim it.
Casino. Hey, Casino, he dropped. He took the whole weekend to really claim the song after it got leaked on the internet, which he did, and then academics caught it, and then he basically he confirmed it on his page on his Instagram. That same night, I believe he dropped Tailor Made. Like right after he claimed push-ups, he really was like confident, thinking, "Oh yeah," he was like feeling like he Ali. You know what I'm saying?
He was super confident after Tailor Made came out. He was all. I mean, you can hear it. You can hear his confidence on Tailor Made.
Right.
Because everybody patting him on the back. Yeah, way to go, man. That's what I'm talking about.
You got him scared to even say something. He's scared to even respond to him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Drake. That's what I'm talking about. You finally standing up, man. You did it, man. Then he gonna change. He named it the push-ups. That everybody, the whole internet had already took the song and rolled with it. It was drop and give me 50. It was everywhere. Drop and give me 50. So that was going out there. That was it. It was going on. He getting his buzz. Then he dropped Tailor Made freestyle, and the verse he did at the end. He didn't need that Pac and flute thing, but the line he did at the end was good. I was like, oh, that was good. The verse he did at the end, but it was just him. Oh, he was in a zone. He was like feeling himself. Come on, man, we waiting on you. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. He's real confident. We on the loose. I'm like, all right, go ahead. You on the loose. All right. I'm like, he must got something in the vault. I was like, he coming out there and Euphoria dropped. Whoa, did that change the energy?
Yeah, Euphoria dropped 11 days later. It dropped.
Okay. And then he got mad at me because when Euphoria came out, I was like, oh, God, does anybody hear what I'm hearing? This dude hit you with like 4 different levels of hip-hop, different styles. He hit him with styles, changes, voices. I mean, just by different octave levels. I was like, yo, he's showing you different levels of hip hop that he could do in just one freestyle, like one song, and it was so laid out, and all it was a book that's giving you the index of what he's finna do down the road with all the rest of the songs. He's telling you what's finna come. I was like, oh, he's setting all this up. He's like, dude, if you go here, we prepared. He started right off with real stuff. Spent $500,000 on an open case. Drake settling cases, sexual assault cases for $500K. Oh man, he got all that in there in the first opening lines. I was like, oh shoot, this on.
Yeah, and his life is too open. His life too open. Drake's life is too open, and it's so easy for Kendrick, who's a type of person that he'll sit back and he'll watch and observe a character of you, right? So if you very observant and you watch people moves and how they talk and you see like a lot of their imperfections and they like, oh man, and then you see other stuff. Oh man, it was made for Kendrick to slaughter him, annihilate him. I knew it was. That's the word I use. I say he's about to annihilate him. This is about to be bad. He's going to drag him. It's going to be similar to how easy it was for Nas to smoke Jay-Z. It was because it's out there, bro. Nas is so much. You know certain stuff about Nas, but Nas don't have so much in the open for you to see about him. Nas annihilated Jay-Z with Ether, just like how Kendrick annihilated Drake with Euphoria, and then every other song. It's like those type of dudes, they got so many skeletons that's just out there. They closet is just wide open. It's like, oh shit, here we go. And that's what Kendrick did.
Drake
And
was putting all that money out there to try to find stuff on Kendrick. And so all he was doing was getting academics to come up with stuff. And academics are like, hey, look, then I found this about Kendrick. And you trust in a goofy. And this is what I was telling them too. I'm like, dude, you trust in a goofy who don't move the needle in real hip hop. The people that watch him are video gamers. You know, he's in the Aiden Ross and all these Casanat. Casanat ain't gonna do nothing for you. Casanat gonna have a bunch of gamers talking about it. Then they gonna go back to doing what? Playing games. They don't give a damn about anything else. I'm like, Casanat got 13 and 14-year-olds. Okay, that's their key audience. Their demographic is like 14 to 17-year-old. Anybody grown ain't listening to no goddamn Casanat. I can't listen to him for 10 seconds.
I'm 30 and I don't.
I ain't no diss to him. Whatever avenue he got going, good for him. But it ain't for me. I listened to him one time. Oh my God, Drake is dead. I'm like, oh, I can't deal with that. All that fake. Man, they got people that be doing like that. I'll be like, come on, y'all. Really? Oh my God, we got a burner. I'll be like, I understand. Y'all, I'm like, I can't do that. If I got to do that to make it, I can't fake anything. I just can't do it. I don't know how.
You know, like Family Matters. Hey, when I heard Family Matters, I was impressed with him dissing the others, right? The ASAP Rocky. I thought it was some clever lines when he was saying about The Weeknd and his manager. I was like, man, he getting busy. But for Kendrick, I was like, oh, here you go. He keep going. He went back to the Whitney and Dave Free. I was like, now it's making you look bad because now you got to prove these type of things, and it's like you stuck too much on dissing his fiance or his wife and making this this woman. You stuck with that, and it wasn't enough.
Some in the bag because he did the same mistake Jay-Z did on Super Ugly. And that's why I told you about Jay was banking this on my ace in the hole is I slept with your girl. And when he was like, you know who, did you know what? And everybody like, what is he talking about? Oh man, I wonder what he's talking about. So Nas put it out in the Source magazine. Like he did his interview in the Source, and the Source magazine was the bait. He knew Jay gonna read the Source. So he baited Jay into reading that magazine and finding everything out. Soon as everything was coming forward, he was like, I don't even care about it. King of New York, I don't even care, man. I don't even care about this and this dude. Like, this dude is like, it's the beef, man, I don't even care. Right. Now it's like it's more important things that's going on in the world right now. Like 9/11 just hit the country, man. I don't even care about all this. It was to throw Jay-Z off because Jay was thinking, yeah, okay, I won. Nas don't want it. So his whole mind, this was all mentally planned. The whole interview was to throw off Jay. So Jay would not see Ether coming, and he didn't. And boy, did it knock his ass out. He was like, oh my God. So but he was like, all right, then I'm gonna play my card. But he actually, Nas in the interview said, no, what he's talking about is he had an affair with my baby mother. I'm not even with her no more. You know, we're not even together.
Yeah.
But he thinks that makes him more of a man, you know, because this guy got a weird obsession with me. You know, he's asking her questions about me. So it made Jay look more like a weirdo. And he was gonna win him over. Like, I got his baby moms, I got his woman, and then he thought that was gonna get him points. And people looked at it like, man, you a creep, man. Like that's for Nas. So it didn't work, and the song didn't work because it was lame. He just made the song too quick. Didn't know. He just like, oh, I'm gonna drop this. This the ace in the hole. I'm gonna get him the very next day. He rushed to make that damn song, and Super Ugly came out. They aired it, and everybody heard it, and they was like, "This ain't it."
Yeah, Ether Nas dropped Ether on Jay-Z's birthday. Then 2 weeks later, Stillmatic came out. Like it was so calculated, man. And I was like, I didn't know as a kid because I was just when I heard it, I was like, man, this is crazy. I say Jay. I don't know how Jay-Z's gonna respond because we at that time I think we had the Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss battle going on. So like it was a lot of battle. It was some good battles from great those two alone. So I was like, man, when Ether dropped, I say, oh, this is crazy. I remember like it was the whole gym, man. They played it on the speaker, man. Like that's how crazy it was, though. So, you know, you could see everybody reaction. Like at our school, it was in the gym. Somebody played it. I say, oh, this is crazy. He got Pac on the intro. I say, oh, it's shutdown time.
Yeah, Jada dropped his first album in the middle of that. So when he dropped his first album, Mobb Deep came out, and then Nas came out. So it was like back to back to back. So you had Nas, he owned the joint, like the first track with Jadakiss and Styles P. Well, it's actually Styles P wrote one of the verses for Jada, but it's Jada and Nas.
Yeah, that's my track too. I know what song you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. So they did that song together. So that's when Jadakiss was telling him what was going on with Jay and everything else. And those two came together because they both was beefing with Jay. So after that, it led to, and you could tell then, and I was like, me and my boy, we was like, oh yeah, Nas in the zone. We heard that verse over there on that Jada. I was like, oh yeah, Nas in his zone. I knew then. I said, it's Stillmatic for the. Yeah, that's when it's. I knew.
Man, Cito, you've been blessed, man, to be in those two, be old enough to be in those two eras, man. Like even old enough about the Pocket Biggie, you know what I'm saying? I was a kid with the Pocket Biggie. Look, I was in my teens when Nas and Jay battled. So I was able, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you able to get so much history. That's a blessing, though, man, to be able to, because there's so many moments in hip hop. And that's why I'd be like, with these Drake stands trying to, like, even his friends that be trying to take up for him, they try to tell others how hip hop battle should be. No, it always been dirt getting kicked up, man. You getting slapped in the face, talk about your mama. It wasn't even before Pac. It was disrespectful stuff going on in battles, man. It's just what battling been of just trying to get the best of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Getting disrespectful at times. That's how hip hop battles have gone. And now that Drake has taken 2 straight losses, far as from the public, especially with the way we know how Kendrick did him, and then Pusha T, he lost just on the public perception of how everybody viewing him not being a deadbeat. We had our disagreements about the Pusha T stuff. So I ain't about to get into that, but just how people perceived it. And it's like, damn, man, you keep on, and he whine and complain about Pusha T. It's like, bro, dudes have taken some of the worst things, like Ice Cube talking about Jerry Heller is doing this and doing that to Dr. Dre and MC Ren. Like, man, come on, man. You crying and complaining, man. People been said some disrespectful stuff about their mamas, man. They wives. Like, this is hip hop, dog. You gotta, if you not go battle, and if you go that way, then you got to go all the way and then take everything for what you receive, just like how you should expect Kendrick to accept everything he received from him. But it seemed like Drake is not from the culture where he don't understand that. You talk about this man's wife, you basically saying he a wife beater. He's calling you a pedophile. It's like, man, if we playing the dozens, if we going back and forth with jokes and we got a whole audience and people laughing, some people shaking their head, but we getting all eyes on us and we having a big session. You getting mad that you don't even want to fight. You want to just be like, nah, you can't say that. He can't say that. That's not true. Man, we having a bake session, bro. We roasted each other, bro. You scared about that? That's why I don't respect what Drake did afterwards. It's like, man, if you would have never dropped the Heart Part 6 and then just maybe waited a little bit, maybe 2 weeks to drop another diss song. Take your time. I think that would have been a better strategy for him.
Yeah, it would have been a better strategy for him, but you got to understand that in the space he's in, he's not a confident man. So just like Jay wasn't really confident in what he was doing, they had to build his confidence up. When they had the blueprint out and he was feeling like, oh, I'm on top of the world, he had that false ego set up there where he could do whatever he want. And like, he was the man. And sure enough, they got knocked down because he was riding off the wave and the success of Rockaway. Rockaway was making millions. So he was like, yeah, and like it was him, but that was Dame's idea to begin with. You know, that was Dame's business idea. So when it came down to it, he was just riding the success of Rockaway and everything else. So that's why he was just boasting. They started signing artists. They brought MOP over. They started like, okay, we signing people. And they brought in State Property. And everybody was, it was on. So yeah. So everybody in Philly, like everybody was working on their album. The blueprint was getting worked on. Jay is in there while they working on the Beanie Siegel second album, State Property album finna come out. So all these dudes, they like all locked in. So they all writing together. So that's why Jay-Z, when they went to the radio station, Jay-Z know all they rhymes. He know all they rhymes because he been sitting there the whole time just listening to them write. So that's why he could jump in on the lyrics. He been sitting there locked down for 2 months going through this. Then they go into Summer Jam. And then he go on stage and do what he did and said what he said about Nas and all that to set it off because he want to kick it off with Nas. He feel like, yeah, all right, now I'm going to go after Nas. Then they going to crown me the king now because he the only one standing in the way.
Forget the Prodigy part.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, the Prodigy thing was crazy. Because that's how he knew Irv and Ashanti, they got that from Ashanti. She must, showed that to Irv. And I'm like, yeah, I used to do this and that. And Irv, so he already knew. Like, all right, I can't deal with dude no more.
Yeah, Irb's dirty dude.
Yeah, he definitely he ignored DMX. I noticed he ignored DMX and Jadakiss.
Irv was thinking like it's just hip hop. It ain't deep. Jay takes it very personal. Still to this day.
Because DMX called him out.
He take everything personal. That's all Jay do. He hold on to stuff. I got a video coming probably later on tonight. And you're going to hear it. And it's about Jay-Z and J. Cole. And when I drop that one, you're going to see how petty and how much he hold on. Like Cameron just said, like Cameron was like, man, when he sent them that text, he was just talking about Jay-Z like 2 days ago. Cameron was like, yeah, he was like, when I came out and did that performance with Jay and stuff, he was like, he texted me and he was like, man, it was good. The concert was that. He was like, yeah, you know, that's how, you know, when people act like it's fake beef out here, you know, that slows things up. He was like, huh? Like, what does he mean? Like, I ain't had no real beef with you, dog. Like, what is this dude talking about? What does he even mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, he was like, man, look, you and Dame helped me make some money legally, you know. So he was just like, and we good. He's like, we good. We ain't got no problems. But I'm just like weirded out. Like, what did he mean by that?
I mean, he even took, you know, he even dissed Pac after he passed. Like that song, I forgot the name of it. Like he performed it way after Pac had died, and he basically said even in afterlife he like we had war, you know, we had battle, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he definitely take everything and just be petty and continue with it on throughout his life with everybody, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I love Prodigy. Rest in peace to Prodigy, because Prodigy, oh man, the brother never let up on him. It was one of his last interviews. They asked Prodigy about Jay-Z, man, and Prodigy still didn't like that dude, man. That was one strong-minded dude, Prodigy, man. Salute to Prodigy. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, man. That's why he was like, when they had him at Justin's restaurant and Jay was stuck, he was by himself. It was Nutman, Prodigy there with like all his dudes. They weren't there to get Jay. They was just happened to come up there at Justin's because they had a meeting. They was meeting somebody at Puff Restaurant. And man, Jay-Z it was nowhere for him to go. He couldn't run back because he had already passed like some goons. And they could have got Jay right there. Jay knew he was stuck. Jay just turned to Prodigy and said, hey, man, it's just rap. It's just rap.
Was that, hold up, real question. Was that?
He knew, like, dog, I'm stuck. Ain't nowhere I could go.
Was that in Prodigy's book?
So that's why he was, it's just rap, dog. It's just rap. Real good. But shoot, he lucky. He is very, very lucky. That's why when he was playing with that name, he named, I think, G to K.
E Money Bags. Yeah.
H Money Bags, man, and E Money Bags is gonna kill him, man. Like literally over that.
Y'all can hear me?
Lucky he died.
Yeah.
He got killed over some other street stuff, and man, he changed that name to G to K. He's like, dog, you can't be no H Money Bags because there's people that know E Money Bags is gonna kill you. His crew ready to kill you, dog, for that name. So G to them was like, man, I'm G to K. I ain't.
See, though, that is crazy because look, I mean, I wasn't like heavy Jay-Z listener, but I remember the dude was on the remix of That's Your Chick, and he was talking about he H Money Bags. I never heard him after that. I don't know if anybody else heard another song with
I ain't heard of him until that situation with E Money Bags and Prodigy and all that.
Yeah, he was like, hey, we got H Money Bags. That's like, dude, you playing with this dude? You know him. And that's why he was like, dude, you know of him. He got on the phone with him that night at the radio station. He was like, dog, you playing with me? Are you crazy? You know it.
Better than change his name now, son.
Yeah, so when Jay dropped, it was just like with Drake. He thought that I'm sleeping with his wife thing was gonna bail him out. He thought, oh, Kendrick wife, that's gonna do him in. Kendrick wife, his baby ain't his, and he beating on his wife. That's it. Yeah, I got him. He done now. It's like, dude, you really played your hand. Like you had something. And then he had the ring around his neck, like it was the wedding ring. Like he got Kendrick's wedding ring around his neck.
Yeah, cheap shot. Those are cheap shots.
Tupac ring. He got it like it's the wedding ring. You got him in there. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, rocking for real jewelry, well, his old jewelry that he got in auction. But it's like, man, it's no flex of buying jewelry that somebody gave up. Like if you took it from somebody, if you did something that 50 Cent did, which was wear the jewelry that he had got from the Ja Rule or the jewelry he had, with Gunplay, like that's hip hop right there. But come on, man, you bought that man jewelry from an auction. He gave it up. And you trying to stunt and flex about that. Then you got the Tupac ring, which I always knew. I said it from the beginning when he posted on his story or something, whatever time he had got that ring. I said he doing that to throw it in Kendrick's face, man, because Kendrick don't care about that type of stuff.
I like Kendrick that Kendrick brought it up on the show. You need to give Pac ring back. When he said that on the show, I said, yeah. Give that ring back.
Kendrick is not that obsessed. Kendrick is not obsessed over Tupac. He not gonna buy anything of Pac's. But if he does have something of his, it will be something that was given to him by his family. Drake is going to go out his way and then he's going to post it. Like I'm quite sure Kendrick might got something that maybe Tupac's sister or his auntie might have gave Kendrick because they love Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But Kendrick's not going to go and buy something just to be like, look, y'all, I got this Tupac old watch or whatever it is that will be a Pac's. It would be something that would be given to him, which I'm quite sure he probably got something a Pac's that was probably given to him.
And the way Drake was putting it was that I took this from y'all, we got it over here now, and it's like, like you conquered something, you know what I mean? And then you're gonna then totally disrespect it. So he got. Well, I mean, I think Kendrick got him on every level. He put out all the songs he put out with different, different style, different approach. So he got him on that level. He got him on the anybody you talk to can tell you they gonna either where you heard push it. Motherfuck the big three, I mean, he got all of those in there that, I don't give a fuck who you hang with. He got everything, so it's like, then he got him on the at the end, on the Not Like Us, and on several levels. So it's no comparison to me.
Not Like Us.
Huh?
They made a reggae version of Not Like Us. If y'all hear that Bunty Killer every night, y'all gonna be like, wow, they done mixed the beat to reggae. That's hard. Even reggae artists even going off on that. That's how you know that Not Like Us, boy.
It's worldwide.
And Drake think he can just bounce back and come back and like, all right.
He better put
like I'm ready now. It's like, dog, you done. You done.
Yeah, it's over.
Let's say Drake had a song that could get him off the ropes. Kendrick had 4-5 more bangers that was gonna get you up out of there. You don't even
playing Not Like Us too. So
man, hey, Cino, you know
us play that all of us. Hey, what?
Kendrick had. He was like, okay, I ain't got to drop these.
Yeah, but his rich baby daddy still got to get that money.
Yeah.
I mean, how they gonna do that?
Well, he tried to. Remember, he was on another website putting out stuff. It was like, well, Kendrick got to prove it. He ain't got to prove it. It's all on the internet.
Right. He ain't got to prove that. He proved it himself.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. And now Drake got to deal with this other wave that's going that Kendrick just said, which is Squabble Up. Squabble Up is about to go all through the winter. Like Squabble Up about to be number one this week.
The number one song right now this week is Squabble Up is like, I think it's at number 2. But TV Off is up there. Like Kendrick is the first rapper or first artist in history. All 12 songs are on the charts, are the top 12 songs. The fastest
TV Off, man.
In music history. First one in music history. As soon as it dropped, boom, it shot up to number 1 in less than a day.
Mm-hmm.
Then all 12 songs are the first 12 songs. That is crazy. All the first 12 songs That is it on the charts. It's like all 12.
Hey, and we waited literally 4 months for Squabble Up to drop. We was calling it broccoli.
Yeah.
That's just amazing.
Oh,
That's just show
that's
because
the name of it.
The internet.
yeah, it's called
Squabble Up.
Squabble Up. Squabble Up.
yeah.
I
That's
mean, you know,
that
the
intro
genius.
song to the Not Like Us video. Yup, and now that's man.
And
That
people
he got
been
to go
asking
now.
for that.
Drake got
They've
to
been
hear that.
asking for that.
Broccoli. You sound like Ryder from San Andreas. What more water? You can put the
The
broccoli.
man is a genius, man. The man is a genius.
I move on my
He
baby.
makes that one mic beat. He did that Tupac reincarnated and Made Niggas is my favorite song. Once he made that, man, I even started rapping Pac lyrics behind him rapping his song. I ain't gonna
Try me in a tri-state.
Hey, can I ask a question? Can I ask
more Pac than him.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Hmm?
Is it just me, or do every now and then you just gotta pop in Not Like Us or Euphoria, or one of those songs?
Oh yeah. When I'm in the car,
yeah,
it pop up.
You could be anywhere. You just
like I first heard it the first time.
It's same like the first year, yeah. It's like the first time you hear it. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, we here at work. We play that. So
What's your favorite song so far from GNX though, y'all? What's like the number ones that you one you got to play first? If right now that y'all heard it,
TV.
Reincarnated.
I just let it play because I like Mark Miro's play, and I just let it go. But my TV off is my man. That's my
Hey, for me, it's the Hard Part 6, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, Hard Part 6, y'all. I can't get that song. So, man, it's like, man, take you back to that time, man. It's beautiful, dog. I love that song, bro. I love that song because it captures so many moments, man. Personally,
that's SWV beat.
Yeah, the
I know
SWV.
the production
I think it's called In the
amazing.
Rain or something. No. What song is that? I know
Man at the Garden.
Man in the Garden.
At the Garden. It's Hard Part 6. Hard Part 6.
That's one. As soon as I heard it come on, I knew it was one.
Yes, I want it all. Yeah, that's that one mic. I love it, and that's why Nas.
Yeah, Nas reposted that Man at the Garden because he knows.
Man, I love it.
I ain't gonna front. He sound like Beanie Siegel on that song though. I just want it all. I'm like, why you sound like Beanie a little bit? You should have added Beanie Siegel on that song. They need to do a little remix to that.
Yeah. I only heard it once, but I liked all of them. And the production, he's outside. He way outside the box. When it comes to putting the music together.
Yeah, because see, Jay-Z career was over after Blueprint 2 dropped. Man, his career was done.
I didn't even like Blueprint.
I disagree with that.
Blueprint 2 flopped so bad, boy. My goodness, man. He blamed everybody, man, for making it. Def Jam panicked, and they made a smaller version of it called a 2.1. They was like, Blueprint 2.1. They just took like all the songs that people thought was hot and tried to make it into one album. And they 14 songs off. I said, "Oh, this is bad."
And they made it a double album.
No, it was a double album first. It was the Blueprint 2.
Okay.
And then they put that out. Then they put out a shorter version called the 2 because nobody was buying it.
Oh, that sounds terrible. They did that 3 times. Oh hell no. Damn.
And now it's the album.
I had the double album that time. I seen it. And
Blueprint came out. Blueprint 2 wasn't selling at all. It was terrible. And the numbers were awful. And everybody was like, this album sucked. And they couldn't believe it. He had that Me and My Girlfriend. He thought with Beyonce. Look for me, young.
I hate that song. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate that song. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate that song. Even when that movie Head of State, when Chris Rock was playing it, I said, nah.
I liked that song.
But y'all know Nas took his time though. Nas at the Stillmatic drop, Nas didn't drop too many singles, but he dropped a year after at Stillmatic with God.
I got that on tape. That Godson. I mean, yeah, damn. I was young, but dog, I have so many tape decks. Yeah, he came up with Godson. He even dissed Jay and Godson. Made You Look.
Oh,
Even last live. What else? Yeah, what he dissed them again. Was it the cross?
Yeah,
No,
there it is. They did this a couple months after Blueprint 2 wasn't selling. They came out with this one. The
yeah, that
Jay-Z
rap one. I seen it, but she had that one. She had the white and blue and black. But that
Yeah,
rap
see,
one,
this
came
this
out
is the
that-
original with the the double disc. This is the 2.1. They was like, Jay-Z, man, Def Jam tried to save and squander some money, man. They re-released that album to make the 2.1. I was like, man, this is the double album. There it is, the 2.1. Created as a recut version of the 2 album. It went gold. With one single was the La La La.
La La La. What the?
Yeah.
Oh, La 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 La.
Been
It was on the radio.
Come on. Excuse me, Miss. The remix
What's
bonus
your name?
track.
That's
They
a
put
that's
bonus track
really
on it with some remix stuff.
Who did that beat? For real, over here. For real, did that beat? That beat was hard, bro. Man, that beat was hard.
Pharrell did a lot of beats on that album too.
For real, did that beat? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saw Up in the Night. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, the song is but I would not blast that on my car. Everybody be like, what effing Jay-Z song is that? And you hear from that effing Tonight. Dun, dun. Cause I was in the car.
Jay was trying to change his image, y'all. He okay, we know about that. He took Pac's song, Me and My Girlfriend. Then he went with the Excuse Me Miss. He didn't even go for none of the hard songs or none of the Kanye West produced songs, man. He went for Excuse Me Miss. He was going for the trying to go for the ladies
on that album. Ain't Kanye rapped on that album? That dun, 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 dun. Ain't that song was on there?
What song is it?
And then Kanye did a little verse on there.
Oh, you're talking about Point Out the Bounce. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that one on the radio. Yeah,
I didn't like that song. I didn't like that song, man.
Hobie Baby was it. He had Hobie Baby on there. I'm like, man, I should have done this one and called it a day.
Nah, that was my joint.
Hey, I can say that.
That was my joint.
Yeah, that hi-hat. No, he was rapping on that, boy. He was spitting, boy. He was mad.
That's the beat too. That beat,
ain't
this like an NFL?
Yeah, that Just Blaze had an NBA contract. Like he had to deal with like NBA Live and all that, because all he did was play video games. So EA started letting him put some of them beats
so did
on games. Because that's all he did with his money. Like he was so stupid. Just Blaze, I'm like, Just, you should be getting all this money. And all Jay-Z did was steal Just Blaze from Dipset.
That's why Dipset tried to take Kanye.
He stole Kanye from Dipset and he stole Just Blaze from Dipset. Because they were like, Jay-Z was using Just Blaze first, but he didn't care about no Just Blaze. Jay-Z can care less about a beat maker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He can give a damn about them. Unless they got their own thing like Neptune.
And he had Clue first. Yeah, he had Clue first. He got rid of Oh man, they had beef too.
They don't care about it.
Hey,
So,
some of this stuff,
he didn't care about Kanye. That's why on Big Brother, he's letting you know. He's like, I'm like, yeah, we gonna be there. Not only I get a chance to spit it, Pauline told me I could buy 2 tickets.
When that came out, everybody was talking about
How
that.
do you look like you produced a record, like two records on the album, and they was like the biggest songs on his album, and then they tell you to get into the Jay-Z concert when he's performing the song, you gotta buy 2 tickets.
Damn.
And you part of Rockefeller.
Damn.
Now, damn, that's no damn. That's how you treat it.
My stomach said damn. And made me burp. Damn.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's how you treat Kanye. That's why he wasn't on the he wasn't like damn near nowhere on the blackout. He wasn't like, nah, after he came through and worked with him, he put him on the dock. But other than that, man, he was tired. And it was constant.
Yeah, Kanye knew to work. Yeah, Kanye knew to just focus on his album, man. That was smart of him, because that's crazy that he did them like that. And I'm looking at the track list.
He was on the low recording them songs.
Like Kanye produced A Dream. It's a Bonnie and Clyde. I didn't know he produced that. Basically just remixed Me and My Girlfriend and then Poppin' Tags. And the other song was Some People Hate.
Is that he did that? Even though that was supposed to be for Dipset.
Because No ID
I can imagine Dipset doing that beat.
No ID came in and started doing tracks for Jay-Z. Jay-Z was going to go with No ID over Kanye because he was like, No ID. And, No ID was just happy because that's supposed to be Kanye's mentor. We know No ID. That's Dion. So, yeah, from Chicago. So we already know him. Nobody calls him Ernest.
I know I learned a lot myself, doing this, listen to these discussions. I'm more like I came across hip hop through my son forcing me to try to find a manager for his friend. This was in 1990. And, by agreeing to that, I was like, I was exposed to a world that I was just, taken aback by, I guess you could say. And, I had the respect for it ever since, I was part of the people that was saying, yeah, a few years, they be back to Stevie Wonder, You know what I'm saying? They'll get over this shit in a minute, And, and they were saying the same thing we were saying when we was teenagers. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know nothing. And but I mean, it was the genius that they express. It still baffles me. To this day.
Yeah, it's just that now it's not as prevalent. The genius part is kind of like rare now to find that genius.
Yeah, it was overtaken.
So when we see some like Kendrick, now we understand it a lot more.
Yeah,
because he's somebody that has that genius, that creativity.
Yeah,
see, that's what's missing. Everybody is into I want to make a song like him. I want to make a song like him. And it's like that Migos song. I got a song like that Migos track. Why do you want to make a song like me? Why do you want to make a song like somebody else? Not just him, but why do you want to make that song? Make a song that ain't nobody heard. That's like nobody but you. You can identify.
And be
right. That's what's missing out the game. That's what everybody was different back then. Nobody was trying to copy. You was copying off somebody, man. Dude, you was almost destroyed for that.
The next thing I knew, I was on South Street listening to they was the Square Roots then, but the Roots. And, they used to play on the sidewalk on South Street.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia, you could just walk through. That was just when it was a spot, But
it's still a spot.
Yeah, it is.
There sometimes.
Yeah. So they used to play out there. I mean,
style. They have their own sound. Like they still are with tradition, like bands, and like you still in Philly. They got a jazz spot in Philly. They still have tradition that they ain't gonna let go.
Right.
So no matter the areas that got rougher, but still in those areas they respect those people. You know what I'm saying? When they doing what they doing over there. The preaching, the teaching, the music game, the lounges, they still had those old school lounges. I said, man, I ain't know they still had this in Philly. It was like, Philly ain't. He's like, Philly, the times have changed, but they hold on to traditions a lot more than like a lot of these modern cities. Like New York, they changed up, but he's like, Philly ain't really changed. Like
Philly is Philly.
Money.
Philly is Philly. That's they different.
Philly only problem is they hate each other. That's it. That's the only problem with Philly. They can't unify with each other to say they like. They're unified with somebody from Cali, New York, Jersey, anybody else. Team up with another guy from Philly. Oh, hell no.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cino. A lot of well, I'm in South Jersey. I'm in Trenton. Trust me, certain dudes out here they don't like Philly. They don't like certain Philly. Matter of fact, let me not say that. Some dudes be jealous off of certain Philly cats. You know what I mean? That come up in here, look a little flamboyant and all that. Some, rugged, dirty niggas will look at them like, oh, this nigga.
Oh yeah, well if you near Patterson, you already know what it is.
You in South Jersey?
When I go out there,
if you in Patterson,
too.
No, I'm in Patterson. He's from Trenton.
Yeah,
okay. He's from Trenton.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah, that's a lot different.
Y'all better watch Tretch on Drink Champs. He talked about here like Trenton and Canada, they like the grimy dirty. He's fucking right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be areas you're gonna be like, what the fuck is that smell? Then you see Matt, that's like South Trenton. South Trenton coming like what part in with the garbage cans all around and shit like in New York, that's how South Trenton is. When you go out west, that shit coming like a little bit like Atlanta.
Man, my dude Bubba, he got robbed just going in there. He was driving, going somewhere. He's like, man, let me stop in this like they got like a 7-Eleven, what little store. He's like, it's a little mini gas station. He's just like, let me stop in here. I want to get some breath mints. I'm going over here. He's like, I got this meeting. He's like, man, I just dipped in there and the dude was in the middle of a robbery. He's like, oh, no, freeze, man.
Come here, too.
He was like, oh, man, you walked in. Yeah, get that up. He's like, robbery, dog. He's like,
everybody, they taking everything. They're like, oh, you come here, too. Give me all that, too.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. You walked into a robbery. He's like, I walked into a robbery, Matter
of fact, you're speaking about Jay-Z. Jay-Z was out in Trenton, matter of fact. And matter of fact, y'all know Dead Presidents when he talking about he got his side sprayed up. He got his side sprayed up out there in Trenton because he tried to when D Haven was locked up or some shit, he tried to take over his
I know. That's the only time I hear about Trenton is from the Haven. I'm like, you the only guy I know who had this kind of action in Trenton.
Yeah, it was on my side. It was on East and all. And matter of fact, when I saw the documentary, I was like, oh man, this dude showing everywhere I can go. But when I heard the story and everything, when I heard that part, I was like, oh yeah, Jay-Z messed up because Trenton
at that time it was more white people out there in Trenton. It was a lot of white folks, and it was safe. That's why it was like, dude, we could set up shop here in Trenton because there ain't nothing really popping. Like it's like really slow motion out here. Like it's real like calm. It ain't like in the city. It's nuts. Out here, it's police action. It's like, dude, we can set up. I don't know what it is today, but back then that's what it was like. So it was like, okay, we got a market out here. Yeah, there's fiends out here too. they want some product. How was the police activity?
How was Camden? So you go through Camden.
No, I don't. Really,
I don't even
tell you nothing about Camden.
I don't even go like that. I talked to a few shorties that live out there, but I be like, I don't know. I probably went to Camden like twice in my life, but I never really.
I lived in Camden.
I ain't really been deep in, in the city and whatever, but.
Yeah, I went to Newark, New Jersey, and I said, y'all can have Jersey. I'm done.
I hate going out there, but it be so shorties out there, but I hate going out there.
I'll say y'all can have Jersey. I mean, y'all highways don't make no sense.
Exactly.
I'm like, dog, what the hell is
We working on it. We working on it.
Give it a name, dog. You can't call it C1FJ Cray C34 Highway. I'm like, what the
they roll like boy.
Call it the H5 or do something. What the hell are they doing?
Hey, Cino.
This don't make no sense.
Hey, Cino, on the music tip, you know Greg Osby?
Do I know who?
Greg Osby.
Greg Osley?
Osby. OSBY.
No, I don't think I know
no,
him.
he's a jazz artist. But I'm saying he did a jazz hip hop album in 1993 called 3D Lifestyles, and I think that was an example of going off the outside the box, and that project. Okay. I think that project is still unmatched to me. He worked with some rappers in Philadelphia called went under the name of 100X.
Okay.
And it was a group of them. But you can check it out. I mean, his discography is long. He's got his own company now, but he did that in '93 on the Blue Note. That was on the Blue Note. But
okay.
That was he's one of the great artists. I'm just saying he's out of Philly. He's working out of Philly area. He's in Camden working with like young students now, even like on music stuff. So he's still giving back and working. But he's one of the most impactful jazz artists out there right now. And Inner Circles, I think is his company he's on now. But that that's he was still trying to make he's always trying to make good music, So, but that was a hell of a project there. Mr. Gutterman was the the main piece off of it. Y'all check it out. You'll be impressed.
I'm about to check it out myself. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's they all do a piece in this. One guy called Bad News is the rapper that's got the first part.
What's the group name again?
The group name was 100X. But if you go to gregosby.com and you just go to album is 3D Lifestyles, and Mr. Gutterman.
That group got an album too?
Huh?
Do that group got an album too?
No, they don't have an album.
Oh, so they just
he tried to he tried to sign them, and the record company wanted Bad News, and didn't want all the rest of them, and they had a riff, and they didn't want to. It was like all or nothing, and they ended up. Greg was trying to tell them, look, you get in the door, and then you get your boys in, but they didn't want to do that. And, he tried to sign Black Thought. I met Black Thought over his house one time. He was trying to sign him before they blew up.
Black Thought. Oh man.
Yeah.
I love that they first album. I love that they remixed that Beanie Man beat, that dun 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 dun. When I heard that, I was like, oh, that's hard. They made a whole like hip hop. It's like they took the reggae beat, dance hall beat, and make it like a complete rap, a whole hip hop rap version. It's to the point I'm like, damn, why Beanie Man ain't mess around and featured on that like in the remix? But back then I listened to Black Thought. Uncles that listened to them dudes. But when I heard that beat right there when I was younger, I was like, oh, that's fine. Super fine. Even when I post that if I post that on IG like a picture and I put that song on there, mad people will be like, hold on, catch on to it. I hope they listen to the album. Cause I'll be posting up like some stuff for artists that people never heard about, and they'll be like, oh, where? Let me take a listen. Like what's this group called? Ripple Skins. You ever heard of them? Ripple Skins?
Oh yeah.
Ripple Skins. Man, I heard I ain't gonna lie, I saw they cover and then I was like, hold on, something about these dudes, I gotta take a listen. I don't know where they from. I don't know if they're from New York or whatever, but I was like, let me take a listen. And when I listened to that I song, that's when I had to listen to the whole thing. And then I'm like, you know what? I might have to start listening to underground or certain artists that I never heard before and start, reviewing projects and everything. That's what I've been doing. So sometimes I'll be posting certain things. They'll take a listen or ask me more about it. But my bad, you could talk,
No. I was gonna say y'all can stay up there. I gotta get ready to go get some more work done.
What are you doing on the boxing channel? You got a podcast on there or something? Or?
Like we normally do the Rope-a-Dope Radio, but I normally be helping Nate out with his channel on Nate Jones, like the Nate Jones story.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we gonna be talking about like, cause now I don't know if y'all know yet, but he training Devin Haney.
What? I didn't know.
Yeah, he training Devin Haney now. So Nate
what
Jones,
about this kid shoot?
Floyd, now he training Devin, and they finna fight in December.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
what about this kid shoot?
Nate Jones story, and for that.
Okay. You got you've been down with the fighting game for a while, Cino?
Oh yeah, man. Shoot, forever. It seems like it's been forever.
Yeah, okay.
Shoot, I got hit in the ring and said, that's it. I'm out. This ain't for me. I can't get hit like this. Hell no.
Yeah. I got a I had some experience around that in the boxing.
And I was real good at hitting the pads, the bag, everything. The jump rope. I was ready. I was like, man, I could be champ. And I got hit. Boom. I said,
wait a minute. I think I want to. What'd you say? You want to sing or something? Huh?
I was like, I said time out in the middle of it. I said time out. I went right to the mirror. I said, oh yeah. I can't do this.
I'm too pretty. Too pretty for this shit.
I can't be getting all cut up.
Y'all don't cover boxing. They don't cover boxing.
My nose on the other side of my face. Oh hell no, that ain't finna happen. I'm out.
Yeah.
They was like, no, just stay with it. You got to get used to it. I ain't never finna get used to it.
I ain't trying to get used to that. Did you go to the fights though? The big fight?
Oh yeah, man. You already know I was at all the fights. I mean, shoot, Floyd Mayweather was my guy, so I was at Floyd's house, everything, man. It's all this stuff is on my YouTube channel.
What about doing the Tyson era too? I'm more from the Tyson era.
In the Tyson era, I was watching it more than anything. I was growing up watching it.
Okay.
So yeah, my whole family, like boxing was king back then. It was the number one sport. It wasn't even basketball or football.
Yeah, no, it was boxing.
Yeah, boxing was rude.
Boxing, I don't care. I like boxing.
All the fights is on TV. Shoot, I was like, man, we was watching, turn on the TV. It's the fight going on every week. Shoot, we had Thomas the Hitman Hearns. That was my favorite fighter coming up.
Matter of fact, in that interview with him and Sugar Ray Leonard, anyway, he was like, I'll knock your ass out, right?
Yeah, Thomas.
Sugar Ray like, you don't want it. You don't want it. You tell me, like, I'll knock your ass out, right? He mad old and everything and bigger way, but he looking at him like, nigga, I'll knock your ass out.
Tommy is hard to beat. But yeah, man, I got to dip out of here and finish.
I got a chance to cover some.
For coming up here. But I got to get other videos made.
I got a chance to cover some fights, though, on the radio. I used to do some radio show for the Tyson Reddick too.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I was producing radio for that show, for that fight.
That was the last fight he did before he ended up going to jail.
Yeah. See, let me say something before I get out. You gonna do a video for Saphir? You gotta do a video for that, man.
I might. Everybody been going back to my video about him and Tupac. That video been getting a lot of traffic. I'm like, man, I looked up there. It was Saphir and Tupac beef. I was like, oh man, I forgot about that video. And everybody, man, that video was like
pictures of it.
Hey, I know that I sent you a comment once, Cino, on that about, because I was like, that was a fight where I had to save Michael Jordan's ass at. And I'm like, he owed me a favor for that. And I commented about that on your thing. I'm like,
what?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, he I was in, I'm wondering if he could return that for me. I was watching the Be Honest with y'all, looking at all the stuff on O Block. I don't know if you've seen all of those YouTube videos and stuff that was out on that.
Nah, I really don't watch like old Block.
No,
like,
there was all the gang.
I'm from Chicago, so I don't really like watch any
They
of
trying
that.
to push peace or something like that, and one of
Yeah,
them guys.
I saw. What I saw was a lot of kids. I heard, a lot of kids like in O Block, like that don't, that was out of school, that wanted to go back to school but couldn't.
Right.
And I'm like, that's an opportunity that might be able to, that would be easy in my mind to address in some way. So
They might build more job corps out there or something.
yeah. So I was thinking maybe he could hook me up with something like that for him.
Well, I'm not connected to that, so
Yeah, I feel you on that.
right, I'm not, so I don't know what to do in that situation. But
well,
yeah,
I know he still remembers. No. So, but okay, man.
All right, y'all.
We can get back on this because this is the first time I've been able to talk on here.
Man,
we have panels, open panels a lot on here.
sometimes I had to go to work and all. I'd be mad that I don't catch on to the right during video. I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be in this video, man. But I'm like, damn, man. Like, but hey, I gotta make this money sometime. I'm gonna catch it.
Right.
I've been following Sino forever, and it's my first time up here, so I had to jump in on this Kendrick topic. So I know how you feel, buddy.
I had to too, cause once I seen the album just drop, like on YouTube, I immediately clicked that and reviewed the whole thing. While I'm driving, I'm like, wow, this is a masterpiece. I can listen to the whole album without even skipping it.
I don't even think we prepared for what's coming.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the next one. I'm waiting, cause I'm like, yeah, this sound like when you say he record extra songs, I say, yeah, he must have used the songs that he just recorded on there, but the songs he previously recorded, couple months before, he probably like, let me release this after this type ish. So I know
they say he got 19 minutes. He's just gonna cut it up and just play different sections of it.
Right, because they probably thinking he was pulling a Prodigy, like he was making the HNIC EP and then come up with the official album. But hell no, he's like, I'm gonna drop this album and then I'm gonna drop this big one y'all been waiting on. So I'm waiting on that. I know those got a whole lot of heat, and he said a whole lot of stuff too. So I'm waiting on it. Matter of fact, ain't J. Cole just dropped the album anyway? I think he dropped it yesterday. I just ain't clicking.
He might. That's
a
bad idea. Whoever advised him to drop an album right when Kendrick dropped his, that was the worst marketing idea in the history of mankind.
Yes, it is. It making me don't want to listen to it. I'm like, hold on, what? Cause I see the intro, then I see J. Cole. I see him like songs being real. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I want to listen to it. Cause why would he do that? I don't know.
That's why don't nobody know about it.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, I didn't even know about the Drake album. So I'm like, shoot, I might as well don't listen to those. I don't know.
All right, y'all, man. I'm gonna get out of here though.
All right, Sino.
All right.
Later.
Later.